Hey, everybody. Welcome to a special Monday night show for our National Cartoonist Society Foundation fundraiser. And tonight I'm joined with by Mike Benham. So what's up, Mike?
Hey, how's it going?
Jeff was doing something else. He had a job or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the B, I guess.
You're the A tonight, buddy. But tonight, yeah, we have a special guest. I'm going to bring him on right now. Ed Steckley. How you doing, Ed?
Hey, everybody. I'm doing good. Thank you very much.
Good. So Ed is going to be drawing some sketches tonight. As you can see, scrolling across the screen, it's $75 for 11 by 17. He does caricatures. Obviously, he draws for Mad, so Alfred E. Newman, I guess, every once in a while if you want something.
Who's that?
Yeah. But if anyone wants a caricature of themselves,
or a drawing of Crypto the Super Dog.
Crypto the Super Dog, you can send the picture to me, and I'll forward it over to Ed.
That's on the cover of the new Mad.
Oh, that's awesome.
I remember thinking, Crypto? Why Crypto? There's a Super Pets movie coming out, so they wanted to do a tie-in, and I went, okay, guess I got to do my research on Crypto.
Yeah, right.
So I know way too much about Crypto the Super Dog. Ask me anything.
All right, we'll have to field those from the comments later.
Yeah, you can just kind of put those in one pool, and we'll ignore them.
But real quick, let me run down the rules. So it's a live claim show. So what happens is I'll put up a live claim banner, and the first person to get it, say they want to claim, gets to pick the sketch. If there's more than 3 people, we'll do a wheel spin to see who gets the sketch. And when you make a claim, you have to message us on Facebook. If you haven't purchased from us before, I'll put my email across the screen. Make sure you email me so I can send you an invoice. And like everything goes to National Cartoonist Society Foundation. This is a charity event, so every dime that's collected goes to the National Cartoonist Society. So they do great work, and we were able to raise a decent amount of money right now. So we're going to hopefully keep that rolling tonight.
Yeah, fat chance.
With some more money. So we're going to throw up a claim real quick right here and see who's the first person to offer one up. We'll get Ed's drawing board up here.
Yep. Can you see me?
Yep. Hold on one second. I want to arrange it properly. So we got a claim available for anybody out there who's watching.
Also, if anybody is there's 2 people who might know who I am. It's the Mad fans, and that's an interesting bunch. And then I also do kids books. So I have a series of Rube Goldberg books out right now. This is the one that just came out. Rube Goldberg is his Amazing Machines. It's a middle reader. And coming out in 2 weeks or so, or roughly, is the next picture book, Rube Goldberg, Simple, Normal, Definitely Different, Day Off. I had to learn how to construct and draw Rube Goldberg machines for this whole series. And as a freelance illustrator, if someone says, "Can you do this?" your response is yes. And then you figure out how to do it. Mm-hmm. So that's a classic example of that.
Nice.
But
so what's
Mad was always my love. What's that?
What's the gist of that series?
It's all about how this kid, Rube Goldberg, gets through his day. The first book is Rube Goldberg's Simple, Normal, Humdrum School Day. So it's how he gets out of bed. His alarm clock is not the same as every other kid's alarm clock. He's got it's a wacky contraption that gets him out of bed. How he gets dressed, how he makes his breakfast, all that stuff. And each one is a 2-page spread drawn traditionally. They're old school paintings with the A to the B to the C to the D written like a classic patent illustration. And I just finished the second middle reader book, actually Friday, and I'm getting a bunch of edits out today yet. I shouldn't even be here, but I'd rather be doing this, to be perfectly honest, because I'm kind of booked out right now. Does that make any sense? Yeah,
it does.
Oh, good. That's why I have my eyes are a sweet red, white, and blue. From working on that.
Nice.
But one thing I've always loved to do is caricatures. I used to draw caricatures in theme parks. Got through college doing that, and I would make enough money in the summertime to work on my illustration career in the off season. Usually. Some tax times, some Aprils were a little precarious, but now I use what I learned there, and working as an illustrator anyway, to kind of be an all around. I'll draw whatever you need, illustrator. But the MAD stuff is really cool. I do a lot of advertising work too. That's what pays the bills, because MAD certainly doesn't. But I'm not going to sit here and draw the Charmin bears for you, although I could, because I've drawn them a lot. And Alfred's always fun to draw.
You hear that, everybody? You want to get the Charmin bear?
Yeah. Charmin people are very particular about their bears. You do not monkey with the bears. They all have names. They all have backstories. There's even a family tree. I have a PDF attached to an NDA that explains the entire history of the bears. And if you're doing any drawings of the bears for anything, even if it's just an idea, like a comp for the director to base the shots on, everything has to be on model, they call it. So if you do a drawing just of a bear, like if you're in advertising, you just want to kind of get the idea across for a scene, you draw the egg-shaped head, the blocky body, all that stuff, just to get direction and lighting and all that. That doesn't happen with the Charmin people. They need to have everything final and finished before they'll even consider what you're drawing. So that's always fun.
Nice. Can you draw bears as a rug on model?
Yeah, I can actually. I've drawn them. Actually, I did all the Charmin commercials. I designed and boarded all the Charmin commercials right until they made them into CG characters. So as soon as that happened, I was out. I'm not sure why, because what I did, they just handed off to an animator, and that's what they do now. But whatever. Can't say I lost any sleep over that. I'm always happy to have work, but that was a tough one. I've drawn a lot of Burger King commercials and lots of pharma. I am the reason pharmaceuticals cost so much.
You got to pay your fee, right?
That's exactly right.
I think Tom Richmond started out the same way, doing caricatures in theme parks and stuff.
Yep. Tom's one of my oldest pals. The first job I got drawing in a theme park was for him. Back before anybody knew who he was, he put an ad. He would send ads out to colleges in the area in the Midwest, because he had a theme park where he would go draw at in Minneapolis, just outside of Minneapolis, a little park called Valley Fair. And I was in school in University of Wisconsin, a little town called Whitewater, and it was reasonable that I could go work there up in Minneapolis for a summer. So I did, and I met Tom, and I got hired, and we've been kind of working together ever since. I did that for a couple of years, and then he would open up a new operation, a retail operation somewhere, and then I would go run it and train the artists and all that. So that was a good gig. I did that for close to 20 years. And then I finally just got too old, because that's a lot of working outside, dealing with the public, and a
lot of heat.
A lot of heat. But I said goodbye to that, and I think 2006 was my last summer doing that, and never looked back. But it was a great experience. I mean, I love doing it, because
nice. Yeah, I got a lot of respect for caricatures. I mean, you got to get the likeness, and they're fast.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be fast, and you have to you have to make it look like you know what you're doing, which is my MO. If people think you know what you're doing, you'll do pretty good. I've been trying to figure that out for decades now. But with the books, that just kind of happened. I mean, I'm a freelancer, so the books just started to do you want to put your hat in the ring to do these books? Oh yeah, that sounds great. So I've been doing these Rube Goldberg picture books for Abrams Publishing. That's the same publishing house that does the Wimpy Kid books and all that. And so I've been doing those since the first one came out in 2017. And they're a lot of fun too. So it's like I kind of have the ideal job where I'll do a lot of caricature and humorous type stuff, but then the next job will be the Charmin Bears, So every day is always different. I never pigeonholed myself into one form of art, which wasn't really done on purpose, but I was just always good at going where the wind blows. I didn't seek out advertising illustration, but that's the bread and butter. And it just kind of happened, and I've been doing it, off and on since about 1999. And yeah, that's enough about me. I love drawing Alfred's hair. The thing about this stream is that I have some friends who are watching, and I'm going to hear about what I did wrong on each of these drawings, because that's how artists are. But I can deal with it.
Yeah.
Those babies.
It's constructive feedback.
Yeah, right. Let's see.
I think it looks great.
No, I don't need your sympathy.
Oh, I don't lie. I'm very brutally honest. Anyone that knows
man.
me knows I'm very honest.
I was going to say the night is young. Where are you guys located?
I'm in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm in the Buffalo area, so I'm like the opposite.
All right. I just moved from New York City to Wisconsin.
Why?
Not to brag. So I'm
I bet you
where
love-
it's really cold.
I bet you love the new cost of living.
I do.
Yeah.
That's been like, I still keep talking about like, oh my God. Of course, that's when the price of gas shot up. So we don't really save anything there. But man, yeah, I really enjoy, not paying $3,500 a month in rent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the cost of living is really ridiculous down there.
Yeah. Alfred's eyes. I have to slow down when I do the eyes here. Because I'm drawing with a marker. And there's no...
the eyes up. That'll ruin the whole thing.
No, I can ruin it other ways, trust me. Usually do. Alfred's tough to draw because his face isn't really a human face. It looks human, but the guy who designed Alfred E. Newman, or illustrator, an old advertising guy named Norman Mingo, he was kind of given the assignment to come up with a mascot for Mad Magazine, and they had been using this gap-toothed, goofy kid who's been kind of an advertising icon through the 1800s. They've been kind of using this likeness for a long time, and the powers that be at MAD said they wanted a mascot. So Nick Meglin and a few other guys at MAD just decided to have an official portrait done of this gap-toothed idiot boy. And they put an ad in the New York Times to find an illustrator who wanted to do it. Well, they got this retired illustrator named Norman Mingo. He answered the ad and did it. And every drawing that you see of Alfred E. Newman is based on Mingo's first painting of Alfred. And the thing about Alfred is that when you're working for MAD, you can't put your own. You can't do a caricature of Alfred because his face doesn't really make sense. It's asymmetrical.
He is a caricature.
Yeah, but I mean, no one looks like this. If they did, it would be really weird. If you saw this person in the street, you'd probably run the other way.
My parents told me I looked like him as a child.
Oh, you're the one. That's not I'm sure they loved you. I mean, despite,
Yeah.
Somebody asked, will Ed do anything superhero inspired?
I can.
Well, the first request.
Crypto the Super Dog.
Yeah. And somebody said he lived in Verona, just south of Madison, for 5 years until 2017. Kirk.
Ah, who said that? I don't trust him.
Yeah, his name's Kirk.
Hey, Kirk.
And Kirk, we already have a claim, but when the next claim comes up, he's asking if you can do spy versus spy.
Oh boy, that's a tough one. I think I can pull off the spy versus spy. So do you have a claim?
We do. I sent you a picture.
This?
It's Jane Foster Thor.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Let me finish this and get rid of this garbage. Put that over there. So I'm going to look at the picture you sent. Holy moly. Ooh, that's a small one. Let me see if I can bring it into, you can look at my hands monkeying around with my computer here. So I'm going to bring it into Photoshop and see if I can enlarge it a bit.
Oh, did it come in small?
Yeah, but probably, oh my.
What's up, Kirk?
Yeah, I can, not
Somebody
really a
said,
caricature though, but yeah, okay.
Somebody
Yeah,
said
let's
Tom
recognize
Richmond drew a caricature for them and signed it Ed Steckley.
Yeah, we do that. Never gets old. The funny thing is, it's never the good ones. So I don't know this character too well. I probably should. This is a superhero show, but let's see.
Yeah, you'll probably get a lot of superhero requests.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of grab my pencil and sheet, do a sketch, but this has to be kind of funny. Tom was always good with the gags.
Yeah. Somebody asked for a Galactus when Tom was on. And it was he did Alfred E. Newman as Galactus taking a bite out of the earth like an apple. It was pretty funny.
He takes all the good gags.
That sounds amazing.
Lucas wants to know if you're down for actor likenesses.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a big fat yes.
Becker says, when we drove up to the cottage when I was a kid, we always stopped in Verona, Wisconsin at Michael's Frozen Custard.
Oh my. That's a bit too inside baseball for me.
Becker and I are going to see the Royals next week.
Ooh. I've been to a Royals game.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm not even a huge baseball guy, but yeah, I've been to a Royals game, oddly enough. It's kind of a long story, but I'm happy to tell a long, boring story.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Actually, I was at a Reuben's convention for the National Cartoonists Society, and I'm friends with a illustrator C.F. Payne. His name is Chris. And Chris is a huge baseball fan. He'd be great for this show, actually. He's a huge baseball fan. So he's the guy that goes to a game and has the card with all the
East Coast game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never seen that before. And I went,
Yeah.
What are you doing? Well, him and his son, they were just kind of like, oh, checking off. So what do you do with that at the end? Nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a new level of sports fan.
Yeah, it's almost like a souvenir. You can look at it, you can look at it. If you know how to read it, you know exactly what happened in the whole game.
I can tell you, I wouldn't know how to read it.
Yeah.
That's because I'm not very bright.
I can say I'm not really much of a baseball fan. I went to one game and caught a ball, and I still wasn't really into it.
If you do that and you're still not into baseball, then yeah, I'd say you should probably do something else with your spare time.
Yeah.
I thought you were regarding the baseball. You were regarding your dog.
Yeah, no. I don't have a baseball. I mean, I could probably throw him like a baseball. He's small enough.
I have a baseball signed by Cecil Cooper.
Is that
A friend of mine got. Yeah, he was a Milwaukee Brewer, and I guess I was having a conversation with this dude at one point. We were just kind of rattling off 80s Brewers because that's when I was a kid, and kind of like how you can rattle off the names of all the wrestlers who were popular when you were a kid. Well, this guy remembered Raleigh Fingers and all all these guys. This guy, he remembered that, and he said, "Oh, I met Cecil Cooper, and I got you a baseball." I went, "Oh man,
Nice.
I don't know
Someone's
what
asking if you.
I'm not sure what to do with this."
Someone's asking if you've had a spotted cow yet.
I have had a spotted cow. I enjoy it. In fact, I would come back here quite a bit because my mom is here. I grew up in Wisconsin, but I moved away after college 30 years ago. And I would come back 2 or 3 times a year, and I would get a spotted cow. And I liked it a lot. I'm not a huge beer drinker, but when in Wisconsin, you don't really have much choice. I really liked it. And I was never sure if it was because when I was having it, I was generally on vacation, or if it really was a good beer. I still haven't decided. Because, I don't know. But I think it's good. I think it's people kind of look at you like, oh, you're just getting the same old whatever, as if you're ordering a Coors Light, which doesn't faze me one bit. But yeah, I have had it. I've got some in my fridge right now. It's been in there for weeks, and someday I'll probably have some more.
Nice. I see someone else is bringing up Michael's frozen custard. Is that like a big thing over where you're at?
I've actually never heard of it. I don't know what that is.
Well, whatever it is, it's
something I'm missing out on. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. You might want to look.
I miss out on a lot. Huh? What's that?
Might want to look that up.
Yeah, apparently. My first job one of my first jobs in high school was working at a frozen custard stand, and I got to see how it's made. And I went, you know what? I'm a little bit. I can't be eating that too much because holy smokes!
Maybe you don't want to check it out after working.
Yeah, I can imagine having a big frozen custard and then sitting down in my secluded little studio here with having the Tums and Rolaids close by.
Yep.
Baker says he thinks it may be closed.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Well, there you go. So maybe you won't be checking that out.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Wisconsin from when you moved to New York? Or moved from New York?
I moved here in January, actually, so I'm brand new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just got here. Yeah. So I'm enjoying it. You know what they have here that they don't have in New York is big grocery stores, and I'm still new enough where that's a thrill because in New York you get bodegas and you get veggies here and you get your meat there and stuff.
Yeah.
My God, here the grocery stores are it's like a football field.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, we got Wegmans and Tops here, and I'm like,
my
like, they're big enough. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh yeah, you're from New York.
Yeah, trying to eat healthy is a lost cause. I've learned that.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned also that it's not really a concern here anyway. So there's that too.
I gave up on that years ago.
Yeah, I'm about a week away from that myself.
So, what's your favorite type of thing to draw? Like,
I like drawing humor. I love caricatures. I also love a good challenge. Not to say that, well, this is a challenge actually because I don't know this character. But yeah, I think what I do, I don't draw a lot on my own for fun, but I do. I've got this surface here is basically my drawing board, and this is a portable drawing table that just where the legs just broke. And my computer, and I have a big Wacom Cintiq in front of me here that I can draw on it if I'm drawing digitally. But to my left, I've got an old antique drawing board, and it's always got a big pad of paper on it. And I sometimes, if I have time and I still have the ambition to be in my studio, I'll just fire that up and just find a reference of someone I'd like to draw, and just kind of doodle away. I've got sketchbooks full of just drawings no one will ever see, just fun stuff, humor, always humor.
Maybe
I love doing that stuff.
Throw them all in a sketchbook.
Yeah, I know. I'm not into humor. I'm not the kind to actually publish a sketchbook. It's that's a different personality than what I've got. You've got to really. I'm just an illustrator. I do a job. The job is done. I don't want to look at it ever again. If I had a sketchbook, it would never get done because I would sit and go, you know what? I don't like that anymore. I'm going to change that, So yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's kind of like that with me. Like my medium is oil painting, and
oh yeah, I love oils.
you can work on those for a long time.
Oh yeah.
It's hard because like if you step back, you look at it, you take a break, you just find more and more things to change.
Oh yeah.
So I just try to lately whenever I paint, I do it all in one session. I just
really
work till it's done, 10 or 12 hours, and it's done, and I just walk away and I'm done.
Yeah. I love oil paints. I don't do it enough anymore, but man, I just love it. I had to go back to school. I just had a phone ring. I want to make sure it didn't mess up the thing. I blinked. Okay. In 2005, I left school because I was already working, and I went, what? I'd rather just continue this working as an artist than finish my school. Mm-hmm. And so I left. And I think it was 2017 or so, I decided, I should go get that degree, even though I've never been asked for a degree. I've never lost work because I didn't have one. Mm-hmm. But I just decided I had unfinished business. So I went and did it. And I did an independent study, thank God, because I didn't want to have to come back and, move to Wisconsin just to do that. And my independent study was learning how to oil paint. And, so I had to do a couple. I did the best Drew Struzan I could. I did movie posters and stuff. And I had a ball with it, and it's invaluable. I loved doing it. I taught myself how to do it, but in New York, I had some friends who are very accomplished oil painters. So I could actually go to them and say, show me what you know. Here's a bunch of booze. And that worked out good. So nice. Now I have that skill set, which is great. I've got all the tools. In the studio I'm in now. It's I don't really have as much room as I did in New York. So it's not as ideal for that kind of thing. But when I do it, I just love it.
You have less studio space where you are now than in New York?
Yes, because in New York, I was in a big brownstone building, and I had half the basement, which was fantastic. But here I'm in just a regular place, like a condo, and my studio is now what some people would just call the master bedroom, which means it has its own bathroom, which is fun. But I don't have nearly the space, but I'll do it again. I just love it. Since I've been here, I've been trying to just make sure that the work still comes in, because I'm not in New York, and say what you will about being a freelancer, you can work anywhere, but if you've got two people that do the exact same thing and one can actually go in and meet people, that person will get the work. Mm-hmm. So I've been pretty hush hush on the fact that I moved. It's starting to trickle in, which is nice. I've also, ever since I got here, I've been neck deep in the next Rube book. So now I'm waiting for things to kind of get back to normal, which they are. I actually started another ad job tomorrow, which is nice.
Nice. Sorry, I'm the oil painter, so I had another question about that. So when you were doing the oil paintings, did you ever try doing a caricature in an oil paint style?
I sure did. Yeah.
How'd it turn out?
Okay. It's I don't think I'll ever actually, I do have some on my Facebook page. I did post some just because I was proud of them. I don't know, but they're not world class. Like I'm not going to get magazine covers from those drawings. So it's like, I don't even push them. That's the kind of thing that's just for fun. I don't, mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not sure where the wind's going to blow, but I don't see that me being known as an oil painter. Mm-hmm. But I've been wrong on that before. I don't know. Who knows? If I were to keep it up, it's a matter of ambition.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I've been so busy with my job, it's hard for me to do any art for myself.
Yeah. See, that's what sucks about having a job.
Yeah, but you get to.
That's what I hear.
You get to pay the bills. You get to eat, and
We'll see. I mean, okay, we get it. You can pay your bills.
Yeah, jobs are important.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
So how many books do you have in that series of Rube?
I've got 2 picture books, and the second of the She's Wearing Beats by Dr. Dre, by the way. The second middle reader book comes out this fall. So I've got actually this day, I've got 2 on this 2 that you can go buy. Mm-hmm. When the picture book comes out, I think it's the end of April, if I remember right. Then that'll be that, and then but by the end of the year there'll be 2 in each series out.
Okay.
And they're fun.
That's cool.
Those have been great because I got some great advice early on because I do a lot of digital drawing, especially for advertising. And if I'm in a hurry, like for Mad, I would actually color digitally just to save time. But I got some advice early on with the books to draw them traditionally. And I wasn't all that great of a watercolor painter, but my editor, Charlie Kochman, he gave me the advice. He said, I think you should really do these the old-fashioned way. And I don't remember the reasoning. All I remember is thinking to myself, yeah, but painting is really hard. But he didn't care about that. So
it takes more time too.
Yeah, I've noticed. It takes time, and if you mess up with watercolors and ink,
you can't.
There's there's no painting over it all. No. This is, you just have to either make it work or start over. And for years, up until my move to Wisconsin, I kept all of my duds, all of my all the ones that had boo-boos in them. Just because, I don't know, you can learn from them. But I finally got rid of those when I moved here. These are just taking up space, much like I do.
Well, sometimes you have to take those accents and make them happy accents.
That's exactly right. The term happy accents is funny because they're never happy when you have them.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
So I see on your website you did art for Spinmaster Toys.
Yeah.
What's that? I've never heard of that.
That's a toy company. It's I think their third is Hasbro, Mattel, one more, and then Spinmaster. They did a series of Rube Goldberg toys based on my little character.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were fun. In fact, I got that gig right after I finished the first book, which is also right about the time that my advance ran out. So I was like, I need to get work. Those came in. They paid fantastically. And turns out they're not very popular because they're really hard to do. They're kind of like the mousetrap game in that vein. You put together a machine, you pull the trigger, and then, it does its thing. They were incredibly difficult to put together. I didn't get any royalties or anything. I just got a flat rate. Mm-hmm. So I didn't mind, but they did maybe 8 of them or so. And it would take me about 3 days to do one. And everything, all the money that had disappeared because I was doing this book, it all magically went back into my bank account. And I was very happy about that. But once the toys got to a certain point, they just went, you know what, we're done with these. Because it was also a property that they didn't own. Mm-hmm. So I can't imagine it was all that, that much of a big deal for them. But they just didn't work all that great. I had nothing to do with that. What's the name of Thor's hammer? Mjolnir?
Mjolnir.
Never pronounced that.
Oh, we got 2 cans.
We got what?
We had 2 cans for a second there.
Oh, boy. That's even better than 1.
Now we have 0. Oh, he's back.
Oh. I'm trying to do something.
Let's try special effects.
Ooh, classic Ken.
So how long have you been working for Mad Magazine?
I got my first gig for Mad, oh God, in 20. I got actually This is pretty funny. Maybe 2004 or 2005. Mad, I got a call from Mad to do just a small little quarter-page thing. Mm-hmm. And I did it, came and went. It was a Russell Crowe gag. And Mad loved it so much that they didn't call me for another 12 years. I have the record for the longest time between Mad articles at Mad. Al Jaffe has the record for being the longest work career as an artist. I have the longest span of time between jobs for Mad. And yeah, so thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
But then I think it was, I don't know, maybe 2016 or something. I don't remember now. They started to call me again, and that's been great. And I finally got my first cover. Just actually the cover that's out right now. If you go to your comic shop and go pick up Mad, that's my cover. And the thing is that crypto thing. And the funny thing about the cover is that I was in the middle of moving when I got that gig. Not only was I in the middle of another book, I was in the middle of moving. So it was horribly inconvenient. And I remember I had to ink that cover because I did it on, Bristol board with, dip pen and ink. I inked it. And then I instantly, once I scanned it in and made sure it was safe in the cloud, I had to unplug my computer, my printer and pack it up. And as soon as I landed in Wisconsin, I had to get the computer set up and my drawing board and all that. And the movers haven't even showed up. I just drove with this stuff in the back of the car. And I sat for, I think, about 12 hours solid, just coloring this cover that was due 2 days after New Year's Day. So that was my crash course into drawing in Wisconsin. Luckily, there was a blizzard, so it was going to be in anyway. And I had some spotted cow at the ready, I'm sure. But yeah, that's how long I've been going for Mad. That's a long, convoluted way of saying I've been working for Mad for a while now.
Since 2004, right?
I think so. Right.
You can say that, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember, but yeah, I mean, yes, I absolutely remember everything. Can't find my keys anymore. How am I supposed to know that?
So is there a character or a series you would be like your dream to work on?
One that I would be getting paid to do, that'd be a start. No, I just I'm just happy drawing.
Just drawing in general.
Yeah, I just like it. I just want to sit and do my thing. The older I get, the more I would like to have some creative control in stuff, which I do with these books. But even so, if I'm just doing an ad job for drawing people eating yogurt, I'm always happy to do that. The drawing board is my happy place. As long as I'm drawing, I'm good. Mm-hmm. I don't have aspirations to be, well, my life would be a lot better if I would just get A or B or C. Mm-hmm. I don't have those. Mm-hmm. It used to be Mad, but that's a classic case of be careful what you wish for.
So, all right. So kind of along the same lines, is there a character that influenced you growing up or a character that you really enjoyed growing up?
I was always a fan of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked Spidey. When that first Tobey Maguire movie came out, that was some of the best. I mean, that was so cool. I grew up with comic books in my family. My uncle was Mark Grunwald. You guys probably know from Marvel.
I don't know.
Okay. He was a editor at Marvel, a real bigwig under Stan Lee, and so we'd see him every Christmas, and I was always the artist of the bunch, so he'd bring me like colored pencils and stuff, and original art and stuff that I did not appreciate because I was kind of a little bit too into Mad at the time, and but I said. He knew I like Spidey, and he never worked on Spidey as far as I know. But we get Captain America book. I got the Watchmen series before it was even published, which was pretty cool.
Oh, cool! And
I just really loved Mad. I just loved once I saw the caricatures in Mad, my life changed. I mean, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that this is a thing. You know, I discovered that at the same time most boys do, you know, like in 5th grade, some kid had it. And we're all kind of looking at it as if it's, you know, don't get caught with this.
Yeah, I used to love those books growing up. I think my favorite part was the back cover where you fold it.
Yep, that's Al Jaffe's Fold In. Yep. Want to hear a story about the Fold In?
Yeah.
Right. Al Jaffe started that. He's a legend in the field. But back when he was just a working schmuck, he proposed this idea for a back cover. And because all of the fancy magazines had fold outs, you know, National Geographic, Playboy, and all that, he said, because Mad is so cheap, let's do a fold in, you know, funny gag. And the gag was it was involving Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, which dates this story. And it was fun. It came and went. It was in black and white. And the next month, the editors, you know, they were kind of doling out assignments for the next issue. And they said, Al, we need another fold in. And Al said, well, Al has a really deep voice. He sounds like a tree. Well, that was a one-off gag. I don't know if I have another one in me. And they went, yeah, we need it by Thursday. Okay. He's the quintessential freelancer. So Al came up with another fold-in gag, and only until recently did he stop doing those. He would draw fold-in every single month, beginning in the late 50s. Wow. And so it was a steady gig, and he was, even until the very end, he was hoping that they would finally make it a regular feature so he wouldn't have to sit and worry about where the next paycheck was going to come from. Nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
Al just turned 101. He lives in Manhattan. I got to know him very well. He's kind of one of those, kind of like a surrogate grandfather to me, actually. He's one of the greats, and he's just a fantastic, classy dude. He's got a fantastic story to tell. He has a biography, or an I guess it's a biography, that is just, if you read this, the stuff that he went through, fleeing Lithuania and being flown back after the war and all, it's just, oh my God, it's amazing. Is really an inspiration, and he's still ticking. You know, he doesn't draw. He only retired from Mad very recently, like three years ago. Wow. And that's impressive. That's very impressive. I was at a function put on by the Guinness Book of World Records people, because he has like I said before, he has the world record for the longest career as a working cartoonist. And how many days it was at the time. And they did, it was Al Jaffe Day was that day and stuff. And he's just, I kind of go about my career thinking about how Al would do it, because he was the quintessential artist, illustrator, but didn't have any kind of artist attitude. He was always aware that, he worked for the client. The client did not work for him, which is something that a lot of illustrators forget. And him and Jack Davis were the same way. If you spend all day working on a drawing of something, and then you have to make it, the art director comes back and says, we need you to change this, and this. Both those guys would be, okay, when do you need it by? It'd be real easy to say, oh man, come on, I spent all this time on this, but that's not what you're there for.
Yeah.
If you want to have that attitude, go do paintings for a gallery. You
got to keep the client happy.
if you're a commercial artist, you just can't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Al's great.
Nice. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, I made it up.
Good story, though.
Well,
thank you. I should write that down.
As Ed starts finishing this piece up, we're going to get ready for another claim.
Absolutely.
I did want to mention that anybody who gets a claim tonight will be entered into the first claim of our next guest at the National Cartoonist Society Foundation. So I'm going to announce that right now. So next month, we're going to have Stan Sakai,
Woo!
Usagi Yojimbo.
You guys are really
doing these live sketches.
You guys really want
anybody who gets a claim
redeem
tonight
yourself after having me do this.
will be put into the wheel spin to get the first claim from Stan at the next event.
That's awesome.
So make sure you're making your claims tonight, guys, and let's raise a lot of money for the foundation. And then next month when Stan comes, it'll be something special.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Stan's a great guy.
And what's your role at the national? Aren't you vice president?
I am. Yeah. It was the one who didn't back up when they said, "Who wants to do this?" So I've been on the board of directors of the Cartoonist Society for way too long, probably I think over maybe 10 or 12 years, in some capacity or other. So yeah, I have nothing else to add.
They weren't elected.
Yeah, I know. No, I was like, well, I guess technically I was, but I'm a good schmoozer, so it wasn't a problem.
There you go. Well, looks like we got 5 claims, and
Oh, really? Well, what's the next one so I can start thinking about it?
we're gonna do.
Well, I got to do wheel spin.
Oh, good. You guys are always playing with your wheels.
Yeah, exactly. If I can get this damn thing to work.
Yeah, it's looking nice. When you're done with it, you should hold it like maybe close to the camera, get like a nice big
No, I don't want to break my camera.
big view of it. Yeah, that's cool.
I love drawing a cape. I wish that was kind of more of a thing. Capes are fun. Flowy capes.
Too bad she doesn't have a cape.
What?
I'm just joking.
Oh my god! I hate you guys.
Very good one.
Really funny. That would be just like me. Yeah, everything's great except that. Well, actually, I know someone's going to say her eyes aren't light; they're dark. This guy's a phony.
I commissioned a character one time, and the artist gave them a cape, and they don't have a cape. So
Who was it? Like the
I'm
Flash
not.
or something?
I'm not gonna
Gotcha.
put him on blast, but the character
Gotcha.
was Domino.
Whoa!
But it was such a good drawing. I just didn't care. I'm like, well, that's a interesting new look. I'll take it.
All right. You're gonna
Well,
have to redo it?
StreamYard's
He's
still not
out
letting
yet?
me share the wheel, so you guys are going to have to trust me. I'm spinning it right now. And the winner is
Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up.
Shane.
Good old Shane.
So Shane, let us know what your claim is, and like I said, you will be entered into the first wheel spin when we have Stan Sakai next month.
So if you win, you're locked in. You have to get one.
That's right. So let us know what you want, Shane. So this is for inspiration for you.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
You've been waiting to use that, haven't you?
Yeah. I got a couple of them.
I guarantee you it will not be the last.
If you draw something that I don't like, I'll do.
We put the fun in no refund.
I love how professional this show is. My God. Beat that. All right.
I know you pulled
Actually, true.
off the streets for this tonight. I mean,
All right. There it is. There she is. Woo. Oh,
It's a
she's
DeWalt.
got Oh, yeah. It's, she had to go to
oh, nice,
Home Depot for that. All right. I'll put that over there.
excellent.
All right, Shane, what do you want, buddy? He wants
Come on, Shane.
half Alfred E. Newman, half Spider-Man,
Ooh.
but battle damage Spider-Man. So, no.
Oh, great.
Hair
That's what I was worried
sticking
about.
out.
Everything was great until I got the specific Spider-Man suit. So I'm going to look up. I'm just going to do a quick Goog for battle damage Spider-Man. Afraid to see what this is.
I
Oh,
think
it's not too bad.
it's
Oh, I thought it
really
was like like the Hulkbuster Iron Man or something. But
No.
okay.
probably
No,
big
it's just Spider-Man who got his ass kicked.
Show him.
All right. So I did a Alfred mashup for that Mad cover. I wanted to do Alfred like crypto, like Alfred as crypto. And I got some great sketches that I like a lot, but they're pretty creepy.
Nice.
Smell a sketchbook coming.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah. Just a series of creepy sketches.
Yeah, I've got a lot of those.
Well, there you go. There's a sketchbook idea.
Yeah.
Do it for
Jason,
charity.
you know, I don't
Creepy
know what's
sketches
going
for
on.
charity.
Every time I try to share it, it tells me I'm not allowed. So I don't know. I gotta probably go into Chrome and do something, but I can't do it during the show. So hopefully, tomorrow night we'll have it fixed. Tomorrow night, for anybody who doesn't know, we're gonna have Ryan Benjamin, and his agent sent me, I think, 5 full comics worth of stuff that we're gonna be offering.
Moly.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Sounds like a busy night.
Yeah. And I'm leaving for Philadelphia Wednesday. So
Friday.
Ryan said he wants. Yeah, Ryan said he wants to draw as long as anybody wants to claim. I'm like, great. So I'll be 2 or 3 hours sleep, and then I get to hit the road and drive for 15 hours to Philly.
Jeez. Drink a lot of caffeine.
Yeah. My wife is coming, so she'll be able to spell me a bit.
Let me get the pose right.
There we go. Yeah, now my drive doesn't seem that bad to Philly.
Yeah, right. How long's yours?
It's like 6 hours.
That's not so bad. I thought it'd been longer.
Well, on the way back, I'm going to stop off halfway and just stay at my parents' house. But
Okay.
Friday night, I'm just going to drive all the way down after work.
So you got a game plan for who you're gonna go after?
I got a couple sketches set up. Just want to try to get a Kale sketch. That's the only one I have to get that even set up. But for me, mainly, it's just seeing a friend from grade school that I don't get to see much, and it's its first con, and I'm bringing a bunch of books to get signed. So just gonna go down there, hang out, and have a good time. Hang
Where are
with
you going?
guys.
Is there a con there right now or something?
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah, the fan expo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Philly Fan Expo.
Pretty good list too.
Who else is going to be there? Anybody?
Well, I'm bringing Bill Morrison,
Oh, Bill. I love Bill.
Larry Stroman, Ron Wilson, and Russ Braun. There'll be guys at my table. But there's, Mark Silvestri is going to be there. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez is going to be there. Trying to remember who else. It's a decent list, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick a different pen this time. Let's do.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out with Smiling Bill Morrison all weekend.
Oh, Bill's great. But he is a good smiler.
I was with Bill 2 weeks ago at Lexington Comic Con.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, actually, I've been meaning to. I want to get over there. I'm a lot closer to Bill now than I was in New York. In fact, I saw him more when he was in L.A. than I did, than I have now that we're both in the Midwest. Funny how that works out.
Yeah.
I guess he's a couple hours from me, but in the Midwest, people don't think twice about driving a couple hours to something.
Right.
Whereas in LA, I guess they have to do it, but no, we're gonna sit this one out. But yeah, he's in Michigan.
Yeah, St. Clair Shore, north of Detroit.
I never heard of it either.
Yeah, that guy's got some stuff.
Oh yeah.
He's got an amazing, not only a collection, but just his art.
Yep.
He's got so much.
Yeah. Makes me sick.
Do you have any? Do you go to Comic Cons, Ed?
I did. Well, I mean, in New York, yeah. In fact, I ran the Cartoonist Society booth out there for a number of years, and that would take up all of my time. Now that I'm here, I don't know. I assume I'll be out to San Diego probably. Actually, I don't know about this year, just because of these books and stuff. I told myself a long time ago, I'm not going to any Comic Cons unless someone flies me out, puts me up, preferably both. So I don't have any planned, I'm still kind of getting my feet wet here. So nothing right now. In fact, it's funny.
I wish that could be the plan for me.
Yeah.
Any Comic Con I go to, they pay to fly me out there and board. But yeah,
sweet.
I just go to buy art, not to make art. So
yeah,
it doesn't work that way for me.
Gotcha.
I just got a message from Bill Morrison. He wants a sketch from you. I told him he's got to make a claim like the common folk.
Yeah, tell Bill his cost a little bit more. I was just being too nice to him here.
I make him come on.
Yeah, you need to get Bill on. He'll do it. He's not doing anything, right, Bill?
He's texting me right now. Let's see what he says. He's in the car. He's probably coming. He teaches on Mondays, I think. So he's probably coming from class.
Yeah. Bill's always got something going on.
It's good to be busy.
I have been doing something for me, and he wanted a deadline. So I gave him a deadline, and he missed it. So I started posting the shop yesterday.
Oh man. I understand that thinking. I do stuff and it's like, if it's like for friends and stuff, just get to me whenever. If you tell me that, you're never going to get it because I got to have a deadline. I got to have a gun to my head. Just FYI, I don't get any ideas, but yeah.
What's up, buddy?
So, do you have any hobbies besides drawing?
I like to cook.
Cook.
I'm actually pretty good at it. Actually, in New York, I got really into like meat smoking and stuff. Because and like having a garden, I did get to a point where it's like I need to get out of the house, and I found that I just really took a liking to like cooking and the science of cooking and stuff, and that really was very therapeutic actually. I don't do any of it now because I'm in a place where I don't have a yard, but I still like to cook. But yeah, as far as like hobbies, I don't think so. I'm just kind of boring.
I like to cook too. I cook dinner every night.
Really?
Yeah.
Once
you get down to the routine, it's not that bad. Like, everything like times out. Like I make coffee for the morning.
Ooh, you can make coffee. I need your recipe.
Yeah, I do. No, I just take the bag stuff that's already ground and
just some sink.
Put in a French press. But my wife and I, we like iced coffee, so I can make it the day before, and it's not that big of a deal. So I do that, and then maybe a couple other things. Just timing it, going back and forth, doing things, and
Right.
once you got the routine, that works well.
Yeah. What's been hard to get used to in the Midwest here is that everything closes early. So if you want to like get food delivered or something, you got to do it before 7:30
What?
or 8. Yeah.
That's insane.
That's been a drag. I haven't. That's been hard to get used to. Actually, I had a couple days especially when I first got here. It's like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna go get some.
Especially coming from New York. I mean, places are open pretty much all night.
Yeah, and that's been interesting to get used to. You know, you have to plan ahead, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm not one for that.
Well, good thing you can cook.
Exactly. I've got a fridge full of, cauliflower rice and all kinds of healthy stuff. And then I go, you know what? I'm just going to go get a Butterburger from Culver's. That's the thing here is Butterburgers.
And you're like, oh man, it's after 7:30.
Yep, exactly. No, things are open, but it'll be like fast food.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh man, I don't want McDonald's.
No.
When I first got here, I did have Taco Bell a few more times than I'd care to admit.
It always tastes good, and then as soon as you're done eating it, you're just like, oh.
Yeah,
like,
I shouldn't have eaten that.
Exactly.
Bill called me. He said, I'm driving. Can you just make a claim for me? I said, no, nepotism. Gotta join the show, buddy. Everybody else. The bars in Wisconsin are open for breakfast. Nice.
Of course. And they all have fried cheese curds. I've had a few too many of. Let's see, I'm getting to get Spidey's outfit again.
It's looking nice.
My buddy went to a Green Bay Packer game, and he said he went to a bar and he asked the lady, "What do you guys do around here when the Packers aren't playing?" She goes, "There's only two things in Wisconsin: drink and fornicate." And she didn't say fornicate.
Oh, yeah. I think I know that lady.
Yeah, it's looking
Looks
nice.
like he has to pee.
Yeah, I know.
He's going full body here. Nice.
I guess I didn't have to do that, do I?
Oh, I'm
You
sure
do
they
whatever you can
appreciate
with
it.
them, but
I'm sure they appreciate it.
No, I'm sure they all went, that's not Stan Sakai.
that doesn't look like you, Saki, you, Jimbo.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the claim if somebody wants, Will Smith smacking Chris Rock.
Yeah, it's a matter of time.
Matt, when we started this, I'm like, someone's going to ask for that.
That should be the spy versus spy sketch.
Or Will Smith smacking like a superhero or something. Someone random like Howard the Duck or something.
Howard the Duck, yes.
Oh,
That would be hilarious. Or Will Smith smacking the person as a caricature.
Yeah,
I mean, I pay for that. Will Smith smacking me.
sure. No, that's a matter of time.
with the keep my wife's name out.
God, it was so bizarre.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But there was a lot of comments at the Grammys last night from presenters and stuff.
Yeah. Anything fun?
I don't know who the people were. Listen, I'm 51. I'm disconnected with.
Oh, believe me, I'm with you.
I didn't even watch it. or the
guy came out with a helmet.
What was it?
Some guy came on with a helmet.
Why?
In case everyone, he was a comedian. He said all comedians are required to wear these now.
Oh, okay. That's a hack gag, but okay, I'll buy it.
That's funny.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
those
want to see an off-model Spider-Man. I'm your guy.
We're gonna have to get you the.
You said you wanted a challenge. I'm trying to think of a good challenge.
guys.
You don't need to give me more challenges. This is plenty.
Oh, there are some good ones out there.
Try to get the webbing. Let's see, how does webbing work now? I'm just gonna.
You know, it's funny when I see artists draw Spider-Man, I always think that the webbing is difficult, and every artist pretty much says it's once you get used to the pattern, it's easy.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is I'm not used to it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if an artist is asked to draw the same thing over and over, it's like signing your name eventually.
Yeah, maybe. Although Todd McFarlane, I know about when he got Spider-Man. First thing he wanted to do was change the webbing because it was too simple.
Oh yeah,
they said, I'm sure you guys know anything that I might know about comics. You guys can absolutely correct me on. But the whole thing was, well, you can't change it because the fans will go nuts. And he's like, oh man. So when he did the webbing, he would, with each issue, he would add one more strand to it. So, you know, and eventually after a long time, the webbing was where he wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard that one?
I haven't heard that one, but it definitely sounds true.
Yeah.
The webbing's definitely different.
Yeah.
Definitely sounds like something.
He made it intricate and, you know, like highly detailed and stuff.
Well, the actual webs were very different too, like very gooey looking.
Yeah, which I don't know. I always like that.
Yeah,
it's like it's kind of what it would be.
It is.
You know?
Is.
Yeah.
I got a funny Todd McFarlane story.
Oh, we got to hear this.
All right. We've crossed paths a lot, just with the Society of Illustrators and just like various places and functions. We've met. You know, I don't think he doesn't know me. You know, we're at the point where we see each other and we go, oh, hey, what's happening? And then go on with our lives. I was doing a presentation at New York Comic Con a couple years ago for Wacom. And I got to the room a little bit early, and the person doing a presentation before me was Todd McFarlane. I was like, oh, sweet. So I go in, I watch, you know, I caught the tail end of his spiel. And, you know, the place is full. It's one of those smaller conference rooms too, which I thought was kind of weird. But, you know, the room was full and all that. And I'm looking at the crowd going, oh man, this will be a good one. And you know, as soon as he was done, he said, oh, Ed's up next. So, you know, be sure to whatever. And he got up and he walked down the middle of the aisle, and it was like the end of a funeral. As he walked, everybody in the stands, they stood up row by row and just followed him out like ducklings following Mama Duck. And all of my people in the audience just went and followed Todd. I was like, oh, there was a few people who stuck around, but that's because they were drunk or something.
They were passed out in the seats. They can move.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what you're telling me is you can get us Todd McFarlane for a sketch out for the.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's texting me now. He's saying, "Wow, you draw a good Spider-Man." And I say, "Hey, Todd, listen, I'm busy. Leave me alone."
Did you ever hear that Don Rickles story?
Which one?
Where he said he was dating a girl. He took her to a restaurant, and Frank Sinatra was there.
Oh, I love this one. Yeah,
so,
go ahead.
Yeah, so he sat down. He went over to Frank and he said, "Listen, can you do me a favor? Can you come over to the table, make me look like a big guy? You know, come and say hi to me. You know, impress the girl." Frank says, "Absolutely." So Don sits down with his date. Frank Sinatra walks over and says, "Hey, Don, how you doing?" And Don Rickles turns and goes, Would you stop bothering me? Everywhere I go, you're following me around.
Yeah. I love that one. I don't know if that's an urban legend or not, because I've heard it with a few other celebrities, but I'm just going to believe that the Don Rickles Frank Sinatra one is perfect. God, that's funny.
I heard Don Rickles.
Can't you see I'm eating? What's that?
I heard Don Rickles tell the story. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, okay, because he would never make anything up.
No, never.
That's really interesting.
Oh man. Like that when the whole thing went down with Chris Rock and Will Smith, I was like, would anybody have smacked Don Rickles?
Yeah, well, Don Rickles would not be. He would not be working now if he was a new up and coming comedian. Those days are done. People don't, it requires a sense of humor and a little bit of, being backed by whoever's hiring you. I don't know.
Well,
as a schmuck who knows very little, I'm happy to offer you insight on what would happen in a theoretical situation.
Seems like people are too serious these days. Like, I don't know. Jokes are not what they used to be.
Yeah, we're going through a funny time. Not literally.
No. Yeah, I don't envy any comics right now.
Yeah.
Trying to come up with material for anything.
Yeah. I do like that. I mean, comedy's going to survive. This is going to be, there's going to be a backlash to this weird time. I'm glad I'm not really into Twitter. I'm glad I'm not really too much into social media. I've got it all, but it's like I didn't make any questionable tweets 20 years ago. And I'm glad about that.
I don't have Twitter.
You'd love it. It's so much fun.
I think I may have signed up for it. Maybe like
I've got one
years ago, but I never go on it. I never use it. I don't think I ever used it at all.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
And Instagram, I started just to be able to contact artists.
Yeah.
Like
I have all that stuff because it's good for, like I kind of have to, like I have a Facebook page for my Illustrator stuff because that's where people find you nowadays. I don't want to admit that, but it's true. I get work from LinkedIn for crying out loud, which I think is fun. I'm never on it, but every about 2 or 3 times a year, I'll get a nice big sweet gig from LinkedIn. It's like
Nice.
Great.
Oh, whatever brings the work in. You start a Tic Tac.
Yeah, I love it. I love a good Tic Tac.
I have not signed up for that.
Oh, it's so much fun. I hear.
I get recipes off TikTok.
Oh, really?
I do have a recipe Instagram, but it's not connected to me. You would never know it was me.
Yeah, the only TikTok videos I see are, the silly ones that pop up on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're so cute. Are you telling me that you're an influencer?
Me?
Yeah.
God, I hope not.
Absolutely.
I hope I'm not an influencer.
Okay. I feel sorry for anybody who's influenced by me.
Well, actually, I'm a teacher, so I am an influencer.
Oh, see?
I'm not an online influencer with millions of people. So, besides who's the most requested character you've had?
I draw up my Rube character quite a bit. That's fun. Luckily that's pretty easy. It's just gets a cartoon rather than a full caricature. Generally, if I'm at conventions and stuff and I'm actually drawing, it ends up being caricatures. So people will just kind of stand in front of me and I'll draw them.
Yeah, I remember my wife and I were at a show in Chicago way back when, and we walked by Tom Richmond's table, and I looked at him like, we gotta get this guy to draw caricatures of us.
Right.
So we kind of like I think I emailed them or messaged them like pictures of us, and then we
Right,
just
yeah.
walked back later and picked it up. It was great.
That sounds about right. Those guys, oh my God, they do. When they do a convention, man, it is a sight to behold. Their booth is just, I mean, the work that went into that booth, it's just like, holy crap! It's
Well,
a
the
lot
booth
of,
itself.
yeah, Tom's booth. Oh my God, and like the merchandise and all that stuff, and his wife is Anna's there and she's working it. It's like, oh man, that's why I don't want to do Comic Cons, because you're up against people like that.
I'll have to
Oh
check
man,
it
I
out.
don't have the ambition to do this.
Yeah, back when I saw him, I think it was 2014.
Yeah.
I don't remember the booth being too extravagant. I mean, I had a nice banner.
I do think it. They add to it quite a bit. So
yeah.
And when they would come out and do New York Comic Con, they would crash at my place, and I would, because I had a car in New York. They would have stuff shipped to me, beforehand, and so I would go out and I'd help them set up, and they'd help me do the NCS booth. And every year, there's just more stuff. There's the new books and prints and stuff. It's like, man, I don't have that kind of attention span. I wish I did, but they do a good job with those cons. If you can ever see Tom Richmond at a Comic Con, oh my God, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it was
don't tell Tom I said that. That'll go right to his head.
Yeah, it was a fun experience for sure. Very nice guy.
Well, don't tell him that either. I'll also go right to his head. He's going to give me some trouble for that. Let's see. This is fun. I can tell you right now, I would not have been drawing Alfred as a battle-damaged Spider-Man if I wasn't doing this tonight. And I'm kind of winging this as I go. This is fun.
Really, really nice for winging it.
Thanks.
Now you know what battle-damaged Spider-Man is.
I do. And the best thing is, I'm not going to remember. If this comes up in a year, I'll be like, what? I drew that once.
Did I
don't
do
know
that?
what it was. What was that again? Oh, man. Do we have another drawing after this?
Yeah, I'm going to do a wheel spin right now.
Oh, you got more than 5? Or you got 5?
We got 3.
Oh, 3. Oh, you do it for 3 or more?
3 or more, yep.
Oh, okay.
So, Kurt, you are the winner, my friend.
Way to go, Kurt.
Now, Kirk, make sure you have something very challenging.
I was gonna say that using the term "winner" is a stretch in this case, but
Says he likes a good
About
challenge.
spy versus spy. We'll see if he goes
that's
that
more
way.
like it. That's in my wheelhouse. Let's see. How about this? I'm not familiar with spy versus spy.
So there's no
I got to fill in this webbing. I'm never going to get out of here.
He's almost done.
Yes. I'm going to do a few sheets here.
That's so
These are fantastic.
Yeah. So I'll make it look
Spy
like you know what
versus
you're
spy
doing.
works for me.
All right.
You have any requests of like what you want to see them doing or anything, Kurt? I just want them to wing it.
One slapping the other.
Any chance to draw a bowling ball bomb with a fuse on it, I'm good. This is almost done. I got to wrap this up.
He said he was about to say a bomb.
A bomb. Good. Can draw those.
You guys are on the same page.
Yep.
Do Can you guys hear the talking in the background on my end?
No. Unfortunately, all we hear is you.
My wife's teaching a college course downstairs.
Oh.
It just started. I can hear her perfectly fine. I just want to make sure you guys can't hear it.
Oh. I'd rather hear her.
Trust
What
me.
course is it?
Everybody would rather hear her over me.
What's the course?
It's something to do with special ed. I'm not sure which one. Maybe special ed law, maybe.
Oh my God. Something important. I get it. I'll just be here drawing dumb drawings. I'm already trying to think of the spy versus spy thing. Let's see. All right. Where did I forget? Oh, yeah. It's got eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to miss those. Yeah, hold that one up close. I want to get a close look at that one.
No, you don't. Trust me. You just ate. Get it? He's in pain.
Got a guess for Ed.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah. Hey, Bill. What are you doing? I was just making fun of you.
Oh, I missed it.
Trust me. I'll do it again.
Was it stupid as usual?
It was perfect. Golden.
What you drawing there?
This is Batman. Now, Batman, with that, I'm happy to mansplain Batman. This is a battle damaged Spider-Man.
I love it.
He's hanging
Bill
from.
wants a claim.
What's that?
I said Bill wants to make a claim.
I do want to make a claim.
Jeez.
Just missed one.
Keep it clean, Bill.
How was class today, Bill? Good?
Yeah, I think it was good. I'm teaching an animation, character, and environment design class. And part of that is, I have some students that are into 2D animation, some are into 3D, and some are into specifically video game design, which I know absolutely nothing about. So
You played Pac-Man. That's probably what they're talking about.
So it's interesting. No, they seem to be having a good time with this assignment. I split them into groups, made it a group assignment, and everyone seems to like that.
Told you when I taught, the rule of thumb was just be one chapter ahead of the kids.
Yep,
That's it.
that's it. Thank
That's
God
the
for
secret.
Google.
That's the secret.
Thank God for Wikipedia. In case you couldn't tell, I did not take Bill's course on environment design.
Wow. Well, you're doing better than I would do.
Oh, good.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
Is that new?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. This is for when somebody draws something bad.
We put the fun in no refund.
Or if we pick something dumb, I can say,
You chose poorly.
I love that one.
So did you create a board where you just have to push a button and you get those?
well, I didn't create the board. It's over there. But I'm looking for more ideas of that stuff. I get inspired sometimes and think of things like, oh, I could put that in there.
All right, if I get a claim, I'm just going to ask for buildings.
I hate you, Bill.
Can you draw the Chicago skyline?
Yeah.
All right. All right. We.
He said Richmond takes all the good gags, Bill.
Yeah.
Typical.
Hey, Bill, did you see that thing I sent you? The quick sketch?
Oh, with the white border? Yeah.
I got a new printer, so I was able to print the yellow in the center.
What kind of paper is that?
It's that Bristol board that I.
Oh, okay.
So I may make a few of these up for Philly.
No, I was actually supposed to be in Philly this week. I wonder if it was for that same con.
Maybe.
My publisher, but I don't know what happened to it actually.
Oh, is this
All right.
Abrams?
Yeah. I don't know if it was for that convention. They don't typically do, conventions like that because they do, kids' books. But who knows? Maybe it was. All right, there we go.
Boom, cut the check.
Oh, is that weird? Okay. Let's see. We have a spy versus spy?
Spy versus spy with a bomb.
The bong?
A bomb. B-O-M-B.
Oh, I'm sorry. Misheard that.
I might have missaid that.
I think if I come on and do this, I'm just going to draw what I hear, not what people actually ask for.
Yeah, just don't even just take a claim. You say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do for you, whether you like it or not. How about that?
Whose cat is that? Is that Ziggy?
That's Ziggy.
Oh, Ziggy.
Ed and Ziggy are old friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Ziggy. Do you hear Uncle Eddie?
Oh, Zig.
Oh,
good.
Here. Let's put you on television. This is Ziggy Stardust.
Is that the one who's really trying to get up in your office?
Yeah.
Hey, Ziggy. Sweet boy.
This is fun. I like watching other people draw.
It gets old.
Me too.
You can give him direction if you want, Bill. Tell him what he's doing wrong.
No, DC's lawyers would come after me if I tried to do my old job.
Did you guys work at Mad together?
Yep.
We did. Ed actually put the entire Mad staff
Into my first article for the LA
into an
Man.
article, yeah. It was the second issue, the Hollywood themed issue.
That was the second issue? Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was the second issue, and it was an article on something like
lesser known stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes. And I was one of the lesser known stars.
Yeah,
As were all of the other Mad staff members.
Not everybody was too happy with their caricatures, which told me a lot about the new Mad staff. I let that go.
I thought mine was great. I mean,
Yours was funny.
That doesn't mean it was flattering, but it was.
No. But I actually, I knew you. I didn't know anybody else on the staff, so it was like, all I could go by was, Facebook trolling and stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes people don't really look the same in photos.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, unless you have a lot of photos of them, then you can kind of figure it out. But if you're going by one or two photos and then you actually see them in real life,
oh yeah,
it's pretty different.
That is the story of my life.
I got an idea, Bill. We should do. You should come on and do this for the foundation, and we'll do when whoever gets a claim, we'll do a wheel spin, like 2 wheels. So it could say like superheroes on one wheel and then other stuff on another wheel. So it could be like Spider-Man and Muppet Baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It'd be fun.
Muppet Babies.
Of course, they have to pay in advance because
Well,
that would be
I'm
fun.
I'm a pretty good mimic, so maybe you could have on the wheel like you could have one wheel that's like draw Spider-Man or
Right.
whatever superheroes,
character, and then what kind of genre?
or what cartoonist, like draw the Joker like Stan Sakai.
Oh,
That is fun. I love that idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a challenge.
Jack
Draw
Kirby.
the Joker by via Jack Davis.
Yeah. Draw Casper like John Romita.
Exactly.
And everyone's going to comment and say, "Do it, Bill. Do it. Do it."
They comment and say, "No, that's not how he would have done it. You see, what he likes to do is the buttons are always, tilted a little bit, so it's not exactly accurate."
Well, he would just sketch it out in pencil, then erase the whole thing, and then.
Yeah, that's true.
We've been talking a lot about inkers, Bill and I, the last few weeks with a Jim Shooter, and that comes up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about inkers who kind of overpower the penciler to the point where it looks more like the inker's style than the penciler's style.
Right. But as someone like me who struggles with inking, it's like I just want to hear more and go, yeah, why is it? What are they doing that I'm not?
So when are you doing another claim?
Soon. Are you trying to get in on it?
Yeah, I want to get in on one.
Bill.
But then if you win, everyone's going to say it's nepotism.
Yeah, I guess I could ask at any time for a drawing, right? Actually,
yeah, but I mean,
I'm free.
Oh,
I ask him offline.
Well, he's going to do this 5 versus 5 much quicker, it looks like. So we might have a claim soon.
Yeah. You have me draw a superhero, it's going to take a little longer.
I told you you'd be drawing superheroes.
You're right.
That's the crowd we got.
Yep.
It works.
Now, which one's which? Are you doing any appearances coming up?
Who? Me?
Yes.
Not that I know. I've got some stuff for the book that comes out in a few weeks. I've got lined up something in Pittsburgh, but actually I haven't even looked. I'm kind of told where to go and what to do. So I don't have anything. Nothing that's like coming up soon. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Vignola he gets comedians during these charity ops. He's gonna Jason, he's one of our claimers. Every time we do these charity events, he gets a comedian as his sketch.
Oh,
so he's going to want Chris Rock 10 minutes after the slap.
Oh man,
I'm joking.
Oh, that poor guy. Yeah, he's a trooper for staying out there.
I was shocked that he didn't just snap. But,
I don't know. I mean, he stood there, kind of looked around, like, "Is anyone going to do anything about this?"
Right, and I was like, going, "Okay, where's security?"
Yeah,
I heard they asked him during intermission if he wanted Will Smith ejected from the auditorium or from the theater. That's what I heard.
Well, yeah, it kind of puts you on the spot and makes you like a bad guy too. They shouldn't even put
if I walked into a Best Buy and saw Bill there and smacked him on the head, I would be escorted out. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it happens all the time, right, Bill?
Yeah, maybe a Best Buy, not a Target though,
Well, that's true. Yeah.
or a Walmart. They wouldn't care.
No, Walmart definitely would not care.
It's true. As long as it wasn't in the gun department.
Seems like
That's
anything goes at Walmart.
That's why Bill doesn't Simpsonize anybody. He'll get smacked.
Hey, that's an idea for a sketch for this. People at Walmart. Just design your own personal Walmart.
I like that.
Oh man.
You know, when you hire a comedian to MC an award show like that, you're basically hiring them to roast the audience, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, he was just doing his job as far as I'm
Yes.
concerned.
Oh, I don't think anybody thinks Chris Rock did anything wrong, do they?
No.
I've heard
It wasn't even a
people.
good joke.
I've heard people say that he owes the Smiths an apology.
Really?
I don't think so.
Jada. He owes Jada an apology.
If she's that sensitive, don't sit right front row center. I mean, or don't even go. I mean, you know what those things are like. The audience is roasted. You know.
He should apologize for what he's gonna say in his next comedy special,
Yeah.
because it's probably going to be brutal.
Well, Kerr said that he did a show like the next night or 2 nights later.
The Boston thing, yeah.
Yeah, and he said, you know, he told the audience he was still kind of processing it, but he would eventually have some things in his act to say.
Yeah, he said
Love
it'll
that.
be serious and it'll be funny.
Yeah,
So, that just means he's going to go after him good.
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's fantastic.
But you know, I mean, I understand she's got alopecia, but not everybody knew that. And Chris Rock said he didn't know she had it. And she also chose to, you know, not wear a wig and just shave her head. And, you know, she knew what she looked like.
Mhm.
She didn't have to go out like that. But
And by the way, she looked fantastic.
She looked
Can we
great.
talk about that?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, she didn't look like she was ailing, you know.
He compared her to G.I. Jane, Demi
Yeah,
Moore.
which is like a
Beautiful.
strong female character. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't comparing her to Gollum.
It's not like she had cancer. And, you know,
He didn't say, yeah. Wait, looking forward to the new Hobbit movie, you know, or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's just crazy.
yes,
I mean-
there are
I mean, what-
hundreds of bald characters in movies that he could have compared her to.
Yeah, but I mean, people go bald. I mean, look at me.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I mean, it happens. You can't be sensitive over stuff like that.
Okay, who brought the dog?
Ready, Bill?
Ready? What? Huh?
Still
Oh,
in trouble again?
how do I do this? I don't know how to do it.
You got to type it in the comments.
In the comments? Shit. I don't see comments. There's no comments.
I'm going to put you
Yeah.
on this. I'm going to put you on the wheel, Bill. Don't worry about it. I got you.
There you go.
Oh, there's comments. I had it full screen. No wonder. Yeah, I screwed it up. It's all rigged. Jason.
It could be rigged. We can't see the wheel.
True. We're going to figure out how to do this.
I haven't seen any of them, what you guys are doing with this wheel.
It's not sharing for some reason.
Because I have to do something in Chrome, but it says I have to log off to do it. So I'm not doing that.
Yes, I
Maybe
agree.
I'll use my phone and show it.
Use your telephone.
Come be a flea beater. Okay, Linda, you got to help me out here. I don't have like a box to type into.
Who's Linda?
Linda Craig. She's giving me advice on how to. She says, "Come be a plebeian with us, Bill." But I can't. I don't know what's wrong, but I don't have a. I can see everybody's comments, but I don't have a box to type
Yeah,
in.
I'm in the same boat. I don't see it either. I'm not logged in. That might be the issue.
Oh, because I'm a guest.
Yeah, I don't think I have an account to log in.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I can't. I'm a guest, so I can't. I can't.
I
type
put you
in.
on there. I put you on there.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm going to spin it right now. Let's see if you win. Nope, you're not going to win. It's going to be Jason Vignola.
Congratulations, Jason.
Jason's going to want a comedian. Just don't know which
Yeah.
one.
Go. Oh, good. It was a good one.
Last time he got dice from Jason.
Like Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
the first time I think he got Carlin from
Oh,
Tom Richmond.
sweet.
If somebody asked me for Carlin, I would probably draw Mike Carlin.
And Mike would have it on his Facebook instantly.
And if somebody asked me for dice, I'd probably just draw a pair of dice.
Yeah.
It's looking good, Ed.
Oh, quiet you.
I love that background hatching.
Yeah, I'm trying to
A
cover up.
lamppost. The
Oh,
lamppost really makes it.
That's environment for you, Bill. See, I read your book.
And he wants Chris Rock 90s style.
Is that right? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Oh, okay.
So that's like SNL period, right?
Yeah, I actually know. I think I know what he's referring. Yeah, I could do that. A lot of parachute pants. Chris Rock was in "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," right?
Was he really?
He was the guy. How much for one rib? That was him.
How much for what?
How much for one rib? There's a whole bit in that movie about that. It's like he talks him down for the price of a rib. And
Yeah, I
it's a
remember
funny bit
that.
at the end. You know, you got changed for 100.
I remember that now.
Yeah, that was
The thing
Chris
is,
Rock.
like a lot of those older movies, it's like you kind of want to go back and watch them to see who's in there that you didn't realize was in there at the time.
I just watched Raw, Eddie Murphy Raw, for the first time since it came out, and I didn't realize. Well, it wasn't a thing, but remember that there's a little vignette in the beginning where it's basically Eddie Murphy as a little kid telling jokes to his family, and they're all dirty.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
parents are kind of horrified. It's a fun little scenario. There's one family member who's just laughing at everything. He thinks that boy is great. You know, it's clearly like the creepy uncle. You know, it's Sam Jackson in like his first movie role.
Hmm.
Is the guy who was laughing at the inappropriate jokes by young Eddie Murphy.
Please say his catchphrase.
No, he's just like he just had to laugh and be funny, you know, like, oh man, like he couldn't get enough of it. Funny bit. I remember that stand-up special being a lot more painful at the time, you know, because at the time I was just like, wow, this is really dirty. Holy moly, you know, I don't know. It's like I like Eddie Murphy delirious. That's the good, you know, the lighthearted, or at least more lighthearted stuff. Like watching Raw now is nothing.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
oh, this isn't nearly as filthy as I thought it was. Not that I have a problem with the filthy comedy, but I just remember going, wow, it's angry, you know? And I just, but now it's nothing.
Yep, times changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember it was really shocking when it came out. I think I was really young when I saw it though.
Yeah, I was probably, well, I think it came out in like maybe 89 or something.
Yeah,
So
so I was
in
9.
high school.
I was 9 when I saw it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. When I was 9, I was busy watching Faces of Death.
Oh God, I remember that.
which I should not have done.
Yeah, you beat me there. I didn't watch that.
Yeah. I don't think my parents quite knew what that movie was all about.
He is
All right.
really talented in the background.
Wrapping this one up.
For Chris Rock, he said he was thinking 1996, Bring the Pain stand up
Oh, my God.
with that leather jacket.
That's the black leather?
Yeah.
All right,
Slightly
gentlemen.
bone cheek on their left side, you know.
I'm going to sign this one, Tom Richmond, if that's okay.
He does it to you. It's only fair.
I know he does. It never gets old.
You out of here, Bill?
I'm gonna peel off here. I've got some Thai food waiting for me. So,
I'll be right over.
all right, come on over. We got plenty.
Call me tomorrow, Bill.
I will, Ed. Have fun.
All right.
Good seeing you all.
See you, bud.
Well,
Bye,
man.
See you in a couple
everyone.
days.
Okay.
Good old Bill Morrison.
Bill's great. I happened to be in the room when he made the announcement he was taking over MAD. We were at the Society of Illustrators Hall of Fame induction ceremony for Mort Drucker, and Bill was there, and Nick Meglin was there, and everybody. That's when I found out that he was taking over, because all the chatter was, what's going to happen to MAD now that they're moving out to LA? And there was just this collective sigh of relief that, oh, Bill's taking over. Oh, good. MAD's in good hands, because we all were sure, well, this is the end.
Yeah, unfortunately, even Bill couldn't say it, though.
I know. You know, the circulation was up. He did everything that they agreed on. And it's just a stupid corporate, ugh,
Yeah.
whatever.
Shame.
All right.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You guys need to get glasses.
He's wearing glasses.
I am wearing glasses.
Oh, all right. In that case, no excuse.
No excuse.
I can see great. I just can't hear well.
What? All right. It's the worst spy versus spy you've ever seen. There you go. That's right. He's in shadow. Okay. What's the next one?
Chris Rock, 90 style, 96 from Bring the Pain.
Okay, I am going to pull up a reference because I did not memorize Chris Rock's face. Oh, did you send me? Okay. Let's see. See images. I'm going to hit my camera. Okay. I think I got it. It's weird having my phone right in front of me here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I got it. There's the good one. All right. Should be a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
So don't screw it up.
Oh. No, you didn't say that before.
I got a question for you. Which artist was your biggest influence?
Mort Drucker.
Oh.
That was when I was a kid. Mort's the man. Since then, I'm a huge fan of like Norman Rockwell, the classic, vintage illustrators.
Mhm.
But Rockwell, but it was pretty much Mort. And then, I began to appreciate the other artists as well. But when I saw Mort, when I saw his work, I went, oh, okay, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm still trying to do that. But what was that?
I love his work.
Oh my God, he's the best.
Norman Rockwell, he was a master at what he did.
Oh yeah.
Do you collect any art?
Yeah, I've got quite a good collection, actually. I have a
How
wall.
many Rockwells you got? I got 3.
I mean, what walls?
Rockwells do you have? I got 3.
Oh, I got. I only have 2 because I'm not a show off.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
I don't actually have any.
I don't either. I went to go visit Mort Walker, who's a friend of mine before he died. Thank God. And he had a wall of art that was just unreal. I mean, Rockwell, and then the sketch that went along with it, and Leyendeckers and all that. I just love other people's collections. I just love that. I don't know. I don't know what my point was there, but it was super cool. I do not have a Rockwell. I think that ship's probably sailed. No matter how much money I were to ever make, you're not going to get a Rockwell anytime soon.
No,
they are accounted for.
Yes, that is a fact.
And they're probably not selling either.
No. But then big fan of Al Hirschfeld. Like who's not really. I'm just going to I'm not going to use this sketch, but I'm going to use that as a basis. What was I drawing with before? Guys, I'm going to go to my desk over there and grab a different pen that I like.
Cool. Sure.
Oh, don't go anywhere. No talking about me because I can still hear you.
Okay, everybody hide.
No, serious. You guys like me.
I am going to have a lot of art to offer tomorrow night. Holy smokes.
You're going to what?
Tomorrow night, I'm doing a claim show with Ryan Benjamin, and he sent me like 5 full books worth of art.
What books are they?
It's most of it's going to be Batman Urban Legend.
Cool.
There's a couple grifter. Great pages though.
Nice.
Not your cup of tea there, buddy.
Oh.
Me? No. So
Mike does not do DC comics.
Yeah, not really known. Ed, you said you collect art too?
Yeah, I especially during COVID, I did a lot of art trades with my, I know a lot of these guys now, so I got to a point where I could start, saying, hey, you want to do a trade? Mm-hmm. So I guess I got confident enough in myself, or maybe I do have something to offer.
What's your most prized piece in your collection?
I have a big Al Jaffe painting, and I have a really nice Arnold Roth painting. I have a lot of comic strips. I've got like Beetle Bailey. I've got Sam Viviano. I've shown up in a lot of comic strips over the years as like a cameo. Mm-hmm. So I've got whenever that happens, we generally kind of just trade off. Here you go, this is real. So I have a couple comic strips that I've actually appeared in. It's never flattering.
That's very cool.
Yeah. I was like, oh man. I have one by a friend of mine named Todd Clark. He does a strip called Lola, and my niece, who was like, I don't know, 6 at the time, she was living in St. Louis with my sister, and every morning they would read the comics, and she gets to one, and she says to her mom, my sister, he says, "What's Uncle Eddie's last name?" And Steckley, why? He says, "Oh my God, that was the day that I made a cameo in Todd Clark's Lola strip, as like a stinky body hair fat guy." And it's a great gag. I felt pretty proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Jeff Kenorick jumble because I drew the Daily Jumble. That was fun. What else do I have? I have a lot of stuff that's not framed yet. I got a Dustin strip because I love that strip.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Dustin that has to go to the framers eventually, and I've got a lot of stuff in my flat files that I need to go through and do something with, and get up on the walls.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have anything that's like gonna knock the socks off of you guys, like a Rockwell. But I have stuff. It's more like work by my friends.
That's still cool. I mean, that's even cooler because you know them,
Right.
Yeah.
There's stories behind it.
Exactly.
Especially ones you're in.
Exactly. That's just cool.
Yeah, I got drawn into a comic last year. That was fun.
Yeah.
And I'm getting drawn.
Which one?
It was titled Scumbag.
Oh, that was you.
That's a perfect title.
Well,
do you go around telling everybody that? Like, yeah, I was in a comic. It's called Scumbag.
It's called Scumbag.
I assume you mean a comic book.
It's a comic book, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
And then Jim Calafiore is drawing me into his he's doing a graphic novel.
Cool.
And he's drawing me into that. I just sent him reference pictures.
Nice.
So that'll be fun.
I've drawn a lot of friends into Mad. That's always a thrill to do that. You wait and see if they see it. The answer is always no. I gotta point it out. But I love doing stuff like that. I wish I think pretty much Mad's probably not going to be doing much more for covers unless something changes over there. But I had the chance to do all that. Just draw my friends in there. It's just fun. No one who's reading it knows. It's just inside jokes.
Yeah, that is fun though.
Yeah. I have a Richmond on my wall. He drew me into parody when he was pretty new at Mad. It was a show called Boston Public. And I went to go see him. It was the weekend after 9/11, actually. And everyone had called in sick to his theme park who was working, so he didn't have people. So I just drove up there. I was living in Milwaukee for a hot minute in the late 90s. And I went up, and it's right when he finished that. And he did, the move where, yeah, you want to see it? Here it is. And I was just scanning it because I sit and I look at those pages. I just fallen over them. And I said, oh, wait, it's me. Oh, oh, neat. That was fun.
Nice.
And to be able to do that is always a thrill. You want just to let your friends know that you're thinking of them and stuff. I don't know. It's just fun.
Yeah.
That was a little bit too deep, I think.
No, you're good.
No, that's
way
great.
to bring the show down.
Yeah, you're welcome. Stan Sakai is going to be such a great guest.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, he's going to really, you're going to get your audience back that you lose on this show. That'll be great. And I'm rooting for you for just that to happen.
And you're welcome to claim too. So,
Oh, no, I don't have any money. I'm just a drawer. You bet I will. I'll be there.
Well, anyways, it's been nice chatting with you guys. I gotta head out.
I don't blame you.
Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Yeah, anytime.
Good to meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I look forward to checking this out tomorrow and see the end result there.
Oh, yeah. It's you're not going to want to do that.
All right, have a good night, guys.
Take
All right,
care.
man. Take it easy. God, thank God he's gone, right?
Yeah, really. Wait for him to leave. Goodness. Poor Mike.
This is fun. This is my what I love doing. I could sit and start a caricature and canoodle it for hours and hours. I'm not gonna do that with this one, but
Thank you.
if I have a lousy day, or something, I can always plunk my butt down at the drawing board and just like start doing whatever, knowing that no one's gonna see it. I don't. It's not for attention. It's not for a job. It's not anything. Actually, this is the exact opposite of both of those two things, but it's still fun. I just love doing this. Frankly, I don't do it enough because I just had a big move, so I've been kind of just trying to keep things, get things up and running. But like even doing this now, I'm reminded, oh yeah, I need to do more of that. That's what I'm supposed to be doing because it makes me happy. Again, to bring the room down.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I do the same thing. I don't draw at all. I'm terrible. But what I do is I like to download like pencil sketches onto my iPad, and I have an Apple Pencil. And I kind of ink it. It's very relaxing. I just do it but I'm just sitting on the sofa doing nothing. It's just fun to try to get it. See how it comes out, So I can understand that.
I was one of the things I do here in Wisconsin is my mom lives here and she just had some major back surgery, so I'll take her to appointments and stuff. She had one today, and I knew I had to get some work done. I couldn't just take the day off, so I just brought the iPad, and I sat in the waiting room and I got a couple hours worth of drawing done. It was like, oh, this is fun. This is pretty enjoyable. I love that we have the ability to sit on a couch and draw, if you're doing anything digital, or, I don't know, it's just the freedom that we have nowadays is pretty, I get a kick out of it. It's like, oh, I can just use the iPad. I'm not going to lose a day.
Do you do a lot of digital? I know you said do you do a lot of digital work?
I do digital when the job calls for it. I always prefer to get my hands dirty, use watercolors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of jobs, it isn't an option, So when I'm on an ad job, I can't remember the last time I did an ad job that wasn't all digital. But even with the books and stuff, I do all my sketches, or actually I do a lot of my sketches on the computer, just because I can do them, I can bang them out, email them, make changes when they come back. And and then what I'll do is I'll do a wide format print of that sketch, put it behind a piece of Bristol board, and ink it that way.
Okay.
With a light table. So it's a little bit both. I kind of have both a toe in both worlds, but just to not be digital nowadays. I mean, that would be, I don't know how you could get by. I mean, especially in advertising, which is my frame of reference.
Right. Oh my God, look at this Chris Rock. That's so funny. Lucas, I do not know what the pricing is going to be for Stan yet. I don't even know what, I don't know what he's going to offer size wise, anything like that yet. I just know he agreed to do it. So waiting for all the answers on that, but that won't be until early May anyway. So we have some time to get all that stuff figured out.
I will not take it personal that they're already asking about the next guest.
And Jason invited me to the award show in Kansas City.
Oh, good.
So maybe.
That's right. You had Chatfield on this, right?
Yes. Yeah. Last month.
Good. Yeah. Are you going?
I'd love to.
You should. I mean, no, you don't want to do that.
I hope to raise a lot of money for the foundation.
Yes, we appreciate that. Actually, Jason appreciates it. I'm just here for the free coffee.
Yeah. Do you guys have like regular meetings?
The chapters oftentimes do. I ran the New York City chapter actually for years and years until recently, and our meetings consisted of meeting at bars. They had one of their big things in New York is the Museum of Museum of Comic and Cartoon Art, MoCA. They have MoCA Fest every year, so it's basically kind of like an independent comics convention. It's a whole lot of fun. It's smaller. It's kind of what Comic Cons used to be, as far as I'm told, where it's more intimate, indie publishers. We were always there, and they had that this week, and I was like, oh, I kind of miss it. I was never a fan of the setup at the Comic Cons and all that, and all the stuff you have to do to do a con. But in the end, it's like that's kind of when I would see people. All my friends, like everybody's there, especially now, like after COVID. I haven't seen anybody in so long. What's going on with Chris? There we go. Okay.
You go to San Diego Comic-Con?
I do now and then. I do every couple of years. I do if there's a reason to go. I don't remember the last time I was at it though. I'm a little conned out. Although now I'm in the Midwest, maybe I'll be dying to go because it's so quiet here.
Yeah.
It's like, like in New York, there's people everywhere. Here it's just like, oh man, if I want to see people, I have to go, find them somewhere else. So I might change my tune on Comic-Con. I'm not sure.
I'm going with Bill. He's a guest. He's a special guest this year.
Really?
So,
like, of who?
San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So that's. I'll start going to those. I think when like I said, when someone brings me out there, puts me up. I'm not really like I do a lot of work. I'm moderately successful, but I'm not a household name. I never really went for that. So I don't think that's in my future anytime soon. But who knows? I'd be all for it.
You're gonna be a household name after this show, buddy. Watch.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. I'm already getting spams with my real name on them. Who was this drawing for? What was the name? Was it
Jason?
Kurt? Jason.
Yeah. Kurt got the Spy vs. Spy.
Okay. Wait, not Jason Chatfield.
Not Jason Chatfield. No.
Okay, good.
Jason was
because I would make it a little bit more inappropriate.
I barely hear hiding her hair from Chatfield ever since. No.
Oh,
guy.
Count your blessings. No, he's great. He's got his hands full with the NCS. I wouldn't want that job.
I guess you don't do as much as the vice president.
I do all of his work. He takes the credit for it. You can tell they said that.
Jason was like, "What is that? I didn't know what it was in his mouth. It's a mic."
Oh, are you guys chatting?
Yeah, he put in the.
Everybody's a critic. What's that in his mouth?
It's a lollipop.
Yeah, why not? It's funny.
I literally live behind Disney. The fireworks are going off right now. It's like my house. It sounds like I'm getting bombed
Why is there fire? Oh, is it like just the nightly fireworks thing?
Yeah, it goes off every night.
Oh my God, that's gotta be horribly distracting.
There are times when you can't hear it. I guess maybe when the wind blows.
Okay.
And there are times when it literally shakes the house. But normally we hear it. The dogs freak out. Freaks the dogs out every night.
I can imagine.
It was great when the kids were
Well,
there.
you're right downtown Orlando. Right?
Yeah, I live in a town called Windermere.
Oh, I know what Winter. I've got some friends over there.
Oh, do you?
Barbie and Keelan Parham, yeah. Oh, wait, that might not. I'm not sure if it's them, actually. But they're good friends who live in the area, and I know that town, but I'm not sure who lives there. So I forget I said anything.
There you go. Good talk.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You should tip your waitress.
I just said I'm gonna delete this and finish the blacks and stuff. Let's see. Good markers.
Are you up for one more claim after this?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. So we'll do one more when he's done with this one, guys.
Yeah, let me just wrap this one up a little bit.
I didn't put the claim up yet, Mark. God.
Come on, Mark.
Come on, give it the program.
Classic Mark.
Jump in, I know. It's always Mark. Lucas, too. No claims yet. We're jumping on the claims. But now I want to see what somebody gets. We probably got 5-10 minutes, Mark, before we get that next claim up. So
Got it. I'm just gonna. What I'm doing now is just me fixing all my boo-boos. Just pretty much half of my any work day I ever have.
Bill does that sometimes. He'll draw something and he'll throw it under the table. I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a good bill, by the way. Yeah, I do that all the time. That one wasn't going where I wanted it to go. I say things like that.
yeah,
It makes
his thing is he doesn't want to
he
see.
knows what he's talking about.
He doesn't want to see it on the internet if it doesn't meet
Exactly.
his.
Oh my God. Luckily, I got out of the theme park business before all this, Facebook and stuff. It's like, oh man, that would be the worst because no matter how good the drawing is, I don't want to look at it again. I'm done. That's
Right.
I've already moved on. But if at the theme parks, if people ever find out your name, they're like, oh man, oh, there's that one. I've done back when I was new and young and fun. I did a lot of bar drawings, on napkins and all that. And oh man, that never ends well. But they rarely surface. Every now and then, though, I'll get a tag. It's like, oh, look who posted you. This drawing from 1998. Oh, God, no. Why is that here? So I can't imagine what it's like now.
I've told this story probably on this show before, but in my other life, I used to do sports marketing. So I used to work with a lot of athletes and things.
Okay.
And Mickey Mantle, I used to work with Mickey Mantle sometimes.
Cool.
And Mickey told me a story where he and a bunch of guys were in Mexico partying it up.
Right.
And they were at this, little cantina drinking, having a good time, ordering food.
Right.
Well, the bill came and it was like $1,500, back in the 60s. That was a crazy
Jeez.
amount.
My God.
So they were all sitting there trying to scramble to figure out because they didn't have enough money. And they were like, "We're in
Mickey
Mexico."
Mantle didn't have enough money. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they're like, "We're in Mexico. We don't have enough money on us to pay this bill. This is going to be bad."
Right.
He said there was this old guy sitting at the bar. He said, and he walked over, and we lost your drawing board. Did your battery die? And your
I bet it did.
It did, yeah. I will put it back on the charger. I don't know how much time we have. I can probably
Yeah, we're good.
give me a minute or two. I don't know. So I'll put some more juice back in it.
So he said there was an old guy sitting at the bar, and he walked over and handed Mickey a napkin with a little sketch on it. And he said, "This will take care of your bar tab." And he walked out. It was Picasso.
Picasso? Jeez. Wow. That's a great, my God, that's a great story. The thing is, I believe it because Mickey Mantle told it to you. It's like, oh, that absolutely happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
My favorite story that Mickey ever told me was he said that he used to hunt at a farm in Texas. This guy's farm in Texas.
Right.
So he decided to take Billy Martin there to go hunting. And so they loaded up his truck and they went to the guy's farm, and he told Billy, he said, "Hang out here. I'm going to go, make sure it's okay." He went up to the door and asked the guy, he said, "I'm here with Billy Martin. Do you mind if we go hunting on your farm?" The guy said, "No problem. Have fun, Mick." He goes, "But can you do me a favor?" He goes, "I got an old cow out back that I got to put down." He goes, "I don't have the heart to do it. Can you go out there and shoot her for me?" And Mickey's like, "Sure, I'll take care of it." So he says, "I'm going to play a little joke on Billy Martin." So he walks down there and he's all angry. And Billy's like, "What's wrong, Mick?" And he said, "This guy's not letting us hunt on his farm." And he grabs a gun out of the back of the truck and he goes, "Where are you going?" He goes, "I'm going to go shoot one of his cows." And he goes over and he shoots the cow. He said, and he hears in the background, "Bang, bang." He's like, "What?" He turns around and Billy Martin's like, "Hurry up, let's go. I just shot 2 of his horses."
Oh my God. That's hilarious. That's amazing. Wow.
He was the best.
Oh man, you've got that's probably just the tip of the iceberg of your stories.
Yeah. I got a lot of them. I forgot most of them now. I kind of have to be triggered to remember them.
Understood. Yeah.
Mickey used to. He just sit there and just hold court, telling stories to everybody.
Oh man, how long ago did he die?
He died like
into the 2000s.
95.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah. Well, it was probably it was 90. I tore my Achilles tendon.
Okay.
And because the last time I saw Mickey, I was in a wheelchair.
Oh.
And he came over and he was like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. And he said, "I'll catch up with you next time," but there was never a next time.
So what you're saying is you killed Mickey Mantle?
Well, no, I did not kill Mickey.
Oh, all right. I don't know. I like to draw conclusions. Moral of the story is, I'm only kidding.
I know.
Here we go. All right, let me wrap this up.
All right, guys, claim of the night.
So I could just sit and canoodle this for like hours.
I have that wrap it up thing.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Don't stop. They just keep going and going and going. All right, Lucas, Mark, I got you down. There's only 2 though. That means there might not be a whisper.
What's going on? What did I miss?
Well, the way I do it is you have to have 3 people for a wheel spin.
Oh,
there's only 2 claims right now. So, but you know what?
Bill?
I would wheel spin those 2, just because.
You're a swell dude. I get it.
They've been trying all night.
All right. Oh shit! Hang on. I gotta get the leather pants.
All right, I'm gonna wheel spin Mark or Lucas. Let's see who is gonna be the winner tonight. Congratulations, Lucas.
There you go, Lucas.
What would you like, sir? Kirk, you already won one. You need to know.
Come on, Kirk. Kirk wants a better one. All right, Kirk.
Kirk got the Spy vs. Spy.
This is called by. Oh, he did. Oh, he really wants a better one.
Oh, Lucas was going for Bela Lugosi as Dracula.
Oh, now you're talking. Oh, these are great. All right. I'm just about to lose interest in this, so that's good.
course, we can't say what he's drawing. You can hold it up when you're done, though.
Yeah.
So we can take a look at what you've done to that thing.
What he wasted his money on. Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. All right. Oh, that's right. I had an overhead camera. All right, there we go.
That's awesome.
I like that one.
Jason, that's a good one, buddy.
Way to go, Jason.
Yeah. Nice call.
All right. Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi as Dracula.
All right. I'm gonna look up a reference for that one too. I wonder if I can have get this working again. I'm gonna try to get the camera back.
Okay.
Here's my charger. SteamYard. I'm entering a broadcast studio. Allow. Enter.
Here it comes.
All right. I'm gonna you know, I'm gonna flip it. Do the audio. Okay. So let's see if I can just kind of get this in the same place. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
I have a little bit of echo coming from the phone, but I'm just going to hopefully it won't be a problem.
I can't hear it, so.
You don't hear the echo? Good.
You're not.
All right. This is awesome. This would be a great one. Or this would be fun to do, I should say. I'd say it'll be great. Might be terrible. All right. Got it.
Next time, Kirk. Kirk said he was going to do Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah. Next time, buddy. Next time. You can get Stan Cicada there.
We'll do it.
Do you use specific pens or anything like that?
For this stage of things, no. I just kind of use whatever floats my boat. When I'm doing like the books and stuff, I'm very particular about that. In fact, here's my pen tip here. It's a Gillette 1950 tip, and I've been on that, using that for about 2 years, and I just love it. I found a new paintbrush I'd like to ink, but they don't make it anymore, so I have to figure that out. So I don't have a good drawing brush yet right now because I don't know what to, I'm just using old ones, but they're already wearing out. So
last week at Lexington Comic-Con, Bill thought he'd left all his drawing utensils at home.
Oh my God!
He was like, "Oh, I'll go to Michael's and we'll FaceTime." And I said, "You know what, buddy? Forget it. I'm going to pick you up. This is ridiculous."
Actually, I went
very
to
specific
Michael's
thing. He actually found his.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, he just wants the Hunt 102, I think, right, or something like that.
Yeah. What's it called? Tombo. And it had to have Japanese writing on the side. And I'm like, Bill, you're killing me.
Yeah, when you're a show off like Bill. I wish I could use those. I'm not steady enough. I'm not. I'm just not confident enough to use a brush pen, which is fun because I use a brush to draw with. But a brush pen, oof. Of course, I haven't done a lot of time trying to figure it out either. So there's that.
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. Have you tried it a few times to see if?
No, because I struggle with inking. It's the thing that I'm the most, I guess, so self-conscious about. So I spend a lot of time, trying to do it right. So I gotten to a point where at least I can pull it off. I'm still I'm still not an expert at it, but don't tell my publisher that. It's just, yeah, but I really like using the old tools. I just like the dip pens and all that stuff. I just love using the old stuff. Maybe it's because I just do so much digital. It's like, oh yeah, I don't know. I just like being able, like that. That's where my head goes. Like, I want to do it the old fashioned way, the way that my heroes did it, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's just certain nuances that you can only get.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, with the iPad, or if you have like a Wacom with the mobile studio, you can do stuff in there where you cannot tell it's digital. If you know what you're doing and you get your settings right, there's ways to use those things where it does not look. You wouldn't be able to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I'm kind of stuck in my ways. It's because I'm old.
Yeah, it's probably a dying breed.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, getting these tools is getting harder and harder to do. When COVID hit, I had to get my paper, my Strathmore paper, and it was not easy.
Right.
It's just not as readily available as it used to be. And same thing with my pen tips. Last time I ordered pen tips, this company in Pennsylvania. I said, "How many do you got?" And they told me. I said, "I'll take every one of them." And luckily, so I have a pretty good supply of Gillette 1950s. Of course, how I also work is I will find another pen I like eventually and switch to it. So I've got all these. I'm going to have all these pen tips. That I remember when I used to use that. Hopefully, that won't happen anytime soon, because I don't want to have to, look around for stuff. Actually, I switched to the Gillette 1950 to draw because after when Mort Drucker died, I heard from his good friend and mine, John Reiner, that he introduced Mort to the 1950, and I went, "What? I got to try that." It's really hard to ink with it because it's really, you got to have a really steady hand, and I do not. But eventually, I got the hang of it, and now I really like the line it does. So hopefully, I'll be on this pen for a while. Now that I, bought out the stock.
Yeah, that you own it all.
Right.
You went all in on that one.
That's right. I did. It was a pen. I don't know. I think it was a Hunt. Other people who know more could be able to correct me, but I'll give you I'll paraphrase it. Charles Schultz, Peanuts. They stopped making whatever pen he was using. And I don't know what it was, a Hunt or something. And he found some warehouse that had a bunch of them in stock, and he said, "Well, I'm going to take every one of these." And no one else could get this pen because Berkey Schultz bought them out.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I love that. And then he died.
Oh.
See, I'm going to deviate from my sketch anyway here. This makes me want to go watch Ed Wood.
Oh my God.
Love that movie.
Good. Especially that scene when the guy calls him Karloff.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good in that movie.
Well, at least we can see what you're doing this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's
I like it when you can't see what I'm doing. It ends up looking better.
then I don't know if it's I don't know if it's Morrison doing it. He's such a mimic.
Yeah. How do you know Bill?
Tell us how bad of an editor he was when he was at Mad.
Oh, he was just a slave driver.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I can imagine.
Actually, Bill is one of those guys, and there's very few of these who I can't even like tease like that.
Yeah,
he's so nice. He's so sweet. You know, they've had me over their house many times, and it's just like, oh, geez, how are you so nice? You know, I'll get over that. I'll start giving him more crap soon. But when that, I mean, what happened with DC and Mad, it was just like, oh my God. Not only did it happen, but it happened to one of the nicest guys on the planet. You know, he happened to be in the crossfire. And,
Yeah.
oh God, it was horrible. But that's corporate thinking, you know.
Yeah. I mean, DC took everybody out at that point. They weren't. Nobody survived. Not a lot of people survived that.
Yeah, that was one day. Or actually, the one in 2020. That was a big day when AT&T gave everybody, the boot all across the board. It was a Black Monday.
Yeah.
And oh God, that was horrible. Luckily, I wasn't working for them too much. So it wasn't like I lost my job or anything. But what I do like to kind of say half in jest is like, I was really upset. I lost my lowest paying client. Man.
Are you trying to say DC didn't pay well?
They did. They paid on time. How about that?
The checks cleared.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Usually
They weren't a lot of them, but
yeah. I tell you though, we all give those guys a bunch of crap, but like the staff that's there now, at least Susie, our director, they're dedicated and they're making do with what they've been given, which is a real drag.
Yeah.
But they're holding the candle for Mad, which is good. I hope someone comes to their senses at Discovery Now or something, and put some money in. The fact that Mad can't be made into a major high budget Hollywood feature, okay, that's fine, but it's there, and you could do something with it. Having a magazine come out every other month that's full of old material is not the way to do it.
no.
I mean, that's fun. I mean, your collector's like, I'm gonna maybe page through it. I'm a Mad collector, but I'm not gonna buy every one because I've got a lot of this stuff.
Right.
But you're never gonna get new readers by doing that. So there's a solution in there somewhere. I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to come up with it. But someone I wish would.
Well, unless they think they can monetize it well enough.
Exactly. And maybe it did have its maybe it is time. I don't know. Like when I got that call to do the cover, man, that's the call I was waiting. I've been waiting for that call since 5th grade. And I got it, and great. And it was a great experience. They're great to work for, and I don't know what's going on with Bella's face. She's got a really wide face. Never drawn him before.
Yeah, Bill's such a nice guy. I wonder sometimes. I'm like, he must have. I wonder how he was at editor in chief. Because he's such a nice guy.
He was great. I mean, well, actually, I just know my experience. I don't know. I'm not really friends enough to get any dirt. And frankly, I don't want any dirt if there is any. But everybody loves Bill. In the corporate world, maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never had a real job, so I can't really say. But I do know because he would come out to New York because he didn't tell anybody about taking over, being editor-in-chief of Mad. He couldn't tell anybody about it. So he would just come out to New York quite a bit. And, we'd go out and it's usually, him, like me and Chatfield. We would just kind of go out. Oh, good. Bill's in town. Great. What are you in town for? Oh, work.
Yeah,
You know?
that's it, right?
And it just kind of never like, oh, I guess whatever. It's nothing he wants to talk about. And it was fun and then when we finally learned why he was coming out, and that he was coming out because he was taking over the editor of Mad. It's just like, oh man, that was a great time. It's like, oh boy, because I didn't get a whole lot of work from the old Mad. I got in late again, but there were some editors there that just weren't sold on me, and which is whatever, that's the way it goes. But Bill is like, oh man, he was always a fan of mine, and because he has terrible taste, and he said, oh yeah, you'll be in there for sure. So that was great. It was just a good, happy time, and he did everything he said he was going to do, and then they did what they did, which is just ugh. What I'm dying for is that Alan Bernstein's Mad documentary. You've been following that?
No.
When We Went Mad. Yeah, When We Went Mad. It's called. It was a Kickstarter. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but he's been working on it for years. He's gotten a lot of interviews with people who are no longer with us. So that's going to be a cool documentary. I'm dying to see. It's all about funding, of course. But he's been doing it so long that there's some names in there. You'll be like, oh man, how did he? Jack Davis. Jack Davis has been dead for quite a while now, 2016 or so. And that's just that'll be fun, and I hope it'll help bring some interest back to not just Mad, but humor.
Yeah.
And and I don't know, probably not, but I might just be an old fuddy-duddy on that anyway. But it might be more further proof that I'm an old fuddy-duddy.
Tom Richmond said he gave Mark Simon the StreamYard show link so he can be a guest for Ed.
Oh God. Nicely
Well
put. I watched that episode today. It's like, oh, what? Mm-hmm.
And then the Facebook user said Charles Schultz used the C5 pen, the same for lettering, and Higgins ink.
Oh, okay. C5. What is that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Can you elaborate, Facebook user, or is that Avi? Oh my goodness, look at that. That's good. When you're drawing like more serious, do you do tighter pencils or do you do loose and then ink it?
That depends on my mood. It all depends on what's going on. I try to keep it loose as much as I can. Some days I just don't have it in me, I don't have the self-confidence to go that loose, especially if I'm not warmed up. But generally, I try to do stuff, especially if it's not humorous. I try to really, do it like this and quick, so that when I do the final, at least it's somewhat correct and has some animation and life to it. Because if I sit and just do my little figure drawings and the egg for the head and do the little sticks and the gestures and all that, it can become really boring to me. Not like the client would generally never really know, but I try to keep it at least sketches loose on days where that's an option for me.
Yeah. Richmond said Schultz used an Eastbrook Radio 914.
Is Tom Googling that right now?
Probably.
I would too. Let's see, where am I? Okay.
Yeah, we know how to use Google too, Richmond. I mean, come on. Man. He said no.
Actually, I do believe him that he would actually know that because it comes up quite a bit.
He said he did a story about it on his blog once.
That too.
There you go.
Tom has a blog?
Who knew?
Yeah, just kidding. I'm gonna try to wrap this up so we don't go over time. I don't get the the gong thrown at me.
No, we don't do that often. We went one night with Bill Morrison. He went almost 6 hours.
He went what?
Almost 6 hours.
With this?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
See, Bill doesn't have a lot to do, I guess.
Nope. And then I had two other artists who did like 5 hours each.
Oh
So then I decided to do a sketch marathon.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know David Williams.
I don't think so.
David Williams, he went 12 hours.
Oh my God.
And I quit. He didn't.
I didn't know that was an option.
I said,
I'm gonna have to make a potty run eventually.
We started at noon and it was midnight. I said, David, I'm done.
Wow.
I can't do anymore. He wanted to keep going.
Yeah, see, I'm not that popular, so I don't think that'll be a problem here.
Oh, you did good, buddy. We got 5 claims.
Yeah. And a lot of let me go get my wallet, and then they disappear.
Yeah, no, these are all guys I know.
Oh, they're all your friends. Okay.
No, not friends. I have a Facebook group. The
Oh,
4C Comics is a Facebook group, and so a lot of these guys are regular buyers.
oh, good. I'm glad to hear that because I love what you're doing here. This is a good thing. The foundation does good stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Bill asked me if I would be interested in doing it. I was like, absolutely, because I was trying to do something with the with Heroes Initiative.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really get anywhere. So then Bill said, asked me if I would do a live sketch show. I said, I'll do one monthly if you guys want to do it. And so he put me in touch with Tom, and that's what we've been doing. So this is the third one. And the next one, like I said, will be Stan. And then I don't know who will be after that, but we'll keep rocking and rolling.
Sweet.
As long as the foundation wants us to keep doing it, we're going to keep doing it.
Nice. Well, they won't turn you away. Good. I'm glad. So now I've got to get that shot. This is the shot where he has the the light across his face.
Right.
I'm not sure how to do that yet.
Well, thank you, Tom. Appreciate that.
Is Tom making fun of me?
Oh, he said you guys are awesome for doing this for the foundation.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a caricature for somebody and they got offended?
Never. Not in a million years.
No.
Every time I draw Tom, he gets mad. Or in all seriousness, yeah, I did this for the public for years. The answer to that question is yes. Yeah, that's just and whatever the reason was. Oftentimes it's because I was young and kind of a smart ass, but not everyone's got a sense of humor that they think that they've got. In looking back, a lot of it was just me. I was still learning. You learn that stuff on the job.
Right.
So there's a lot of someone doesn't like it. I mean, getting offended or offering, can we just not buy that? Those are two different things. Getting offended, I hear that and I go, did anybody create a stink? Very seldom has anyone gotten nasty.
Right.
But I've had that happen a few times. Also, I was also young and didn't know how to keep my mouth shut sometimes. So that doesn't help anything. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm old and don't know how to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, Bill doesn't like to do Simpsonized versions of people. He says because people don't understand. You have buck teeth and bug eyes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He said they get upset. Like I don't look like that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody's got a huge underbite, or overbite. I don't have an overbite. I can imagine gripes, doing that. Some details here. I got to redeem this one. Let's see.
And again, tomorrow night, guys, we have Ryan Benjamin's going to be on doing the same thing. Not for the Cartoonist Society, though. And we're going to have a massive art drop. I'm working as hard as I can trying to get all these billboards made for the art drop.
For the what?
He's going to sell some like original art.
Oh.
So I got 5 full comic books worth of art plus more.
Oh,
So it's probably 100, 150 pages will be offering up tomorrow night.
I will stop in.
There you go, Jason. Jason said he had a Strahan gap when he was a kid. Yeah, they would have killed you with the caricature with that.
You had a what gap? A what?
Like a Michael Strahan gap.
Oh yeah. Oh man, those are fun. The thing, I could go on and on about that. Like caricatures have a bad rap because there's a lot of bad caricature artists who kind of help back it up. But Mort Drucker would say, if someone has a big nose or whatever, they know that. You don't need to hit them over the head with that. There's more going on in the face than what people think that you're going to, attack. I don't know. There's just
like an easy out.
A caricature. Yeah. I mean, there's a way more bad caricature artists than there are good ones. I'm sorry to say, but the good ones know that, you have to you're looking at the whole face. You're not just looking at, I'm going to grab out of that gap and it's just going to, drawings going to go from there. That's a hack move.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
That said, I would absolutely have a lot of fun with this gap.
Well, it has to be there. I mean.
Oh yeah. I mean, it would be illegal not to.
Exactly. Jason said, when you're done with this piece, would you be able to show the completed rock piece on the table camera?
Yeah.
Because the camera was a little blurry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take care of that for you, buddy. I'll probably get a screenshot of it. Well, contrary to popular belief, you did a great job tonight, man.
Oh, thanks.
See what happens when you have low expectations? Price ranges yet? Yeah, I mean, for tomorrow night, I mean, there are pages that are $50. There are pages that are $800. I mean, it's all over the gambit. I would say most of the things are going to be in the $300 to $500 range. Obviously, a lot lower. There's going to be a few that are more than a few. There's there's definitely a decent amount that are in the $100 range. So yeah, it'll be all over the place.
Cool.
Have you ever drawn a caricature for somebody famous for them?
I think if you kind of go easy on the term famous, I know I have. I drew when I was a kid. I drew a caricature of Stephen Wright on an airplane. The comedian.
Yes.
I was a big Stephen Wright fan because he was like in my aisle, and I knew who it was, and I was old enough to have a sketchbook, and so I drew Stephen Wright. And I was always a big fan, and there you go, Mr. Wright, stupid kid. And I gave him a drawing, and I remember like spending a lot of time on it, and he looked at it and he did, thanks. That was it. That's all I got. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad you didn't do anything more than that. It would have been not the same had he like, oh, what's your name and all that.
Right.
I want to know that that's not an act when you go on stage.
Yeah, you get the exact response.
It definitely wasn't. He's one of the ones that I hope I get to actually, meet sometime. Like, it probably won't happen now that I'm in Wisconsin, but I would meet him and say, when I was a kid, just to see if he'd remember it, or I don't know, probably not, but I'd like to have some closure with that story, is all I'm saying.
What if he still tours?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Richmond will Google it for us. He said, Mark Kessler said he's pretty dry. Dry would be the understatement.
Yeah.
He's the Sahara Desert.
Mm-hmm. I always thought he was great, though.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen him in years, though.
He had a Comedy Central special probably, 16, 17 years ago. And the audio on it was so terrible you could barely hear him. I don't know what was up with that. But, that's a good question.
And it's funny, he came up in the same era as like Sam Kinison and Bobcat Goldthwait, guys who screamed into the microphone.
Right.
And he was just so monotone and
yeah, he had a great shtick.
Yeah.
It was that golden age of 80s comedy. He was right there in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Blood in it? Oh, he's got a bullet wound.
Tom said he's been dead since 2016. You ain't getting that closure there, buddy.
Who said that?
Richmond.
Stephen Wright's been dead? No. That can't be true.
That's what he said. Now I gotta Google it.
Yeah, I know. I did too.
That would explain why he's not on tour.
That's no excuse.
He's not dead. He's 66 years old. Lives in Massachusetts.
That checks out. He came up with like the Dana Goulds and all that, and all those, and Louis and all that.
Yeah. Louis Anderson's dead, right? He died recently.
Louis Anderson's newly dead.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of going in and looking to see what else I want to do to this thing. This is the part where Tom gives me a lot of crap. Stop it.
So now I'm on quotes of Stephen Wright. Whenever I think of the past, it brings back so many memories. I intend to live forever. So far, so good. There you go.
Love that on this drawing show we're talking about comedians and stuff, not about drawing.
Yeah, it happens.
That's
We tend to go off on tangents on the show a bit sometimes.
understood.
Oh, maybe Richmond meant his career was dead, not him personally.
Oh,
Maybe that was it. I'm taking a guess there.
all right. I think I've done enough damage to this one.
And if you can hold up that Chris Rock on that for that screen right there.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Just redeem. Let me just. This is gonna drive me nuts if I don't do this.
Tom said he had a big forehead back in the 80s. He's probably got a 6 or 7 head now.
Does Tom talk about me or Stephen Wright?
I think he's talking about Stephen Wright.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Tom, you have to clarify.
I know, Tom. That could go either way with Tom.
Everyone's putting quotes in the chat.
Oh,
That's
great.
funny. You know that moment when you lean back in a chair and you start to fall and you catch yourself? That's how
I feel like that all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had a full body tattoo, an inch taller.
Did a great one. I have a map of the United States, its actual size.
Yeah.
That's not the gag. The gag is the punchline when he says, "Last summer we folded it." Like that's the gag, and I was like, "Oh man, that is just brilliant." You know, the ridiculousness of the map, the actual size. But then last summer we folded. It would have been so much different if it was, last weekend we folded it, because it would have been like less believable. So somehow, that he did it last summer just sells that gag so much better.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this. All right.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
That's funny. How dare you? Just for that, I'm going to spend another, All right. So there's that. Let me see it. Here's the Chris Rock.
There's the Chris Rock. There you go, Jason.
Oh, boy. All right.
Beautiful.
Whew.
Well,
How we
thank you
doing?
very much, my friend, for doing this tonight.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, it was a lot of
For having
fun.
me. This is getting weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys having me. This is a lot of fun. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I just got to sit and draw, so that works out pretty good.
Yeah, we get that a lot. People don't know what to expect, and then when you do it, they're like, "Oh, that was actually pretty fun."
Right.
So I'm sure we'll have you back on again at some point.
My apologies in advance, but thank you.
Want to thank you and hang out before when we end the show. Thanks everybody for coming tonight. Again tomorrow night, Ryan Benjamin, and then like I said, next month Stan Sakay will be joining us for the National Cartoonist Society Foundation fundraiser. So thanks for everybody for coming. Everybody, if you need to get vaccinated because we want to see your faces at all the cons this year. All right, and we will see you guys tomorrow night. Good night.